toughness. The key to this pick is going to be, can we have creative ways to get him the football? Hey, everybody, we're live and from the kitchen, and we're watching day 2. I'm sorry I'm late starting. Hey, everybody, we're live and from the kitchen, and we're watching, as I was saying, and I'm going to catch you all up with the selections right now and give you an update. Find out what's happening here. We'll go to trustynfl.com website and draft tracker. So, let's see here. Asante Samuel Jr. Wow. What that? And let's see here. In the old days, the NFL used to have its own draft tracker, right? But they don't. Oh. You said it's a little widget that was a draft tracker. You know what? Guess what? I know who will have one. ESPN. Because they're going to roll that way. Like something that's postable, right? So here we go. They have followed pick by pick analysis, right? So here we go. Okay. Pick is in on the clock. Let's do a recap here. Let's see if we can pull that up. Got it. Okay, I'm posting this. Excuse me. And but being a fan gets tough, and stretching your budget gets even tougher. Our agents put in the time and legwork for you. We are. Where is this? Easy. There it is. Okay, so that allows us to find out where we're at. Picks round by round. There. Oh no, I thought I just ordered. So Georgia's Tyson Campbell. Burgers, milk from the store, and cookies. Was pick number 33. Get more from your neighborhood. Hey, yo, Grover. And he's going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tyson Campbell. And hold on a second, let me get to. Do you want a pizza? Well, yeah. Or something delivered to eat, so you don't have to cook. You know. It's 8:30 at night. I have to find cooking food. I'm not hungry. Experience matters. For over 145 years. Make sure. For timeless protection. I want to get something that. Let's see here. 82 real protection. Welcome to your more important aspects of eating, folks. Where the abundance of a chalupa cravings box is only $5. Savor this moment of pure. So that's Tyson Campbell. Because it won't last forever. It's value beyond belief. Elijah Moore with the Jets. Devonta Williams, Carolina running back, went to the Broncos. Javon Holland went to the Dolphins, safety. So we don't have a quarterback coming off the board yet. Trayvon Mooring, great pickup by the Raiders. And Wandale Moore is the latest. So there's the picks there, as you can see. Let me see if I can enlarge that a little bit.
I've learned, various coping mechanisms to work on mental health. Meditation for me is exercise for my mind.
There you go. Okay.
It means the world to me to see NFL players be so vulnerable with their struggles from a mental health standpoint. You're seeing guys raise their hand and say, hey, I'm willing to share my story because if my story can help somebody else out there, that's all that matters.
Okay.
As As the philanthropic centerpiece of the NFL draft,
what kind of meat would you like on a pizza?
key issues at the intersection of
What kind of meat would you like on a
recovery and
pizza?
our hardest-hit communities. 1 in 3 Black, Latino, and American Indian Alaska Native families lack the home internet access needed to complete their schoolwork during the pandemic. The Education Trust helps
I'll
close
get
opportunity
chicken.
gaps that disproportionately affect students of
Well, you
color and
like
underserved communities. Help everyone stay connected.
sausage?
Donate now to Draft-a-thon and help close the digital divide.
We'll try to create your own. Okay.
It's wonderful work the National Football League has been doing, and they're off to a great start with their draft-a-thon. Meanwhile, as you roll along, the Giants are on the clock, and Adam Schefter has some fun. Schefter, on the screen, the Giants general manager Dave Gettleman never had traded back in draft, and now he's done it twice in each of the first 2 rounds. Last night, and again tonight, the Giants now are scheduled to have double picks in rounds 1, 3, and 4 next year in a draft where a lot of teams are covering picks, but they still need some pass rush.
How about Italian sausage and bacon? Yeah, you did. I heard you. Yeah, I heard you. You're welcome.
With the 50th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Azeez Ojulari.
Finally, wow. Georgia, Azeez Ojulari. Wow, they got a great player.
Georgia might have been the most productive edge rusher in the country last year, Booker. What do you think?
Well, I think he fits perfectly in Patrick Graham's defense. I think he's the best pass rusher in this draft. Get off, finish, move standpoint. Look at the get off.
Yeah, that's the one
you
he's
go
talking
to
about.
the offensive tackle in the first couple steps in the move. Do you have the move to get by the tackle? Then the most important thing to finish. No one in this draft has a better get off, move, finish than Ojulari. He's a playmaker, guy. You can line him up as 3-4 outside linebacker, or you can put him on the open side as a 4-3 in. He can bend. Look at him, the ankle bend, the knee bend, the hip bend. He's the total package. Some people were worried about the knee injuries. I get it now. But as a 3-4 outside linebacker, a playmaker, rush, you can even drop him in the coverage. I think he's the best pass rusher in this draft, and I think they got a steal where they got him in round 2.
Yeah, you think about the sack total, 8.5, 6.5 sacks the last 6 games. So he really came on strong at 6'4", 249 pounds, ran 4.62, strong kid, motivated kid. You mentioned he can drop and come.
Yeah.
And he can play with his hand on the ground. He can play in space. Azeez Ojulari only dropped to the second round because of concerns about the knee. That was a high school injury.
Well, I can tell you this. They need him to produce because they were last in pass rush winning last year, and they need some juice off the edge. But Patrick Graham is a heck of a defensive a heck of a defensive coordinator. He had that team playing very well in the latter part of the season, and quite honestly, at different parts throughout the entire season. The season is going to have to produce for them. They have not been able to get the shoots off the edge that they need. And you know in the NFC, at some point in time, if you want to be a contender, you have to sack the quarterback in that conference. And they haven't been able to do that, and he's going to have to produce.
That pick is a steal. Our producer says there was only a 14% chance that he will still be available.
You're letting the football players pick him up now?
The Washington football team is on the board. They went defense last night with Jamin Davis. Let's see where they go here.
Here we go. With the 51st pick.
I'll be right back. Welcome, everybody. This is
NFL draft. The Washington football team selects Samuel Cosmi.
wow, Samuel Cosmi. Man, quarterbacks are still on the board, folks. I'll be right back. Oh.
The right tackle, Brady, and then he moved to left tackle the last 2 years, and he got the Long offense this past season, average with 42 points a game, second best in the Big 12. He led the team with 25 knockdown blocks. Some say, yeah, he's a little soft. He's not as, he doesn't play to the level of all that talent. Technique and footwork needed to excel as a pass blocker. He has.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
I think he's got to be paying a little more attention to detail.
Be right back.
Look at him, one for his pass blocking prowess, but he makes a much less block during the course of each game I watched. One tape, he said somewhere critical of him, not maxed up, because his talent, his skill set, his numbers, his physical numbers, were that of a first-round pick. But that, like I say, that just there's times where he's a little off balance. There's times where he's like pay a little more attention to detail. Though.
Yeah, it's about fundamentals with him. It's not about physical traits. It's about fundamentals. Assets for him get him in a lot of trouble. A lot of false steps. Stepping forward to go backwards. That's not going to work. No, if you're not gaining any ground going backwards against these pass rushers, they are gone. He had a heck of a pro day. He's strong as a bull, but his technical work is going to need a lot of improvement if he's going to be able to pass protect at the NFL level against the pass rushers.
Keep in mind, this was a spot we thought could be Davis Mills. The sixth quarterback has not yet come off the board. We're over halfway through the second round. And Davis Mills, this was a spot there. Washington, perfect spot for Davis Mills, quarterback out of Stanford. We had not yet had that sixth quarterback there.
Yeah, I don't think Davis may sneak you this round. He ain't going to sneak you much further than that. The top of the third, I think, is the floor for him. If you get my drift, like this thing is the floor. I'll kind of let you in on it a little bit later.
You're hearing a lot of loud cheering behind us because we just announced that the Cleveland Browns, the hometown team, have traded up.
Hey, Raiders, how you doing? Raiders got the best safety. They did. Does this make you feel better about the Raiders draft now? Hey, Raphael, how you doing? I am, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have my mom here. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed that we're still credentialed to cover the draft. I'm blessed the NFL understands. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah. My mom says it means I feel better. Yeah, I wasn't feeling too good earlier today. Oh, we have that on app now. We have that on the app now. For Blue Bloods and for Magnum. We already have those. Really? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's just not even 9 o'clock yet. Right. I'm keeping. Yeah. Rogers lost weight. Mm-hmm.
Joining me tonight for the Browns pick is Coach Marty Gibbons from Lake Catholic High School.
Wow, he's a youngster.
Coach Gibbons is a recipient of the 2020 Cleveland Browns High School Coach of the Year Award.
Marty Gibbons.
His commitment and dedication to the football community goes above and beyond, and he is truly a player's coach. Coach, we congratulate you for your awards and what you're doing for the next generation of our youth. Coach, it's your honor for the Cleveland Browns choice.
What's up, Cleveland? With the 52nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Jeremiah Owusu.
Whoa, they cook him. The Notre Dame guy. They took the best linebacker available. Wow. And they went nuts. That place went nuts. Linebacker. Linebacker. Yeah.
That guy is completely good. They need to help him. Look at him, really.
And people say, you know what, it's too small. I'll tell you, no, it's not too small. They're linebackers in the NFL that are very competent. What can you do? See ball, hit ball. I can diagnose plays. It doesn't matter how fast, how small you are. As long as you have speed to come downhill, we see that in the maniac in Indianapolis, Darius Leonard. They said he was too small, Mel. They said he was a little bit slight. All he's done is take the NFL by storm because you don't have to be big, but you better be fast and key and diagnose it. When you see it, do you have the speed? The NFL game now is all about speed. I don't need a 250-pound linebacker. I need a guy that's 225, 230 that can go sideline to sideline. We saw Darius Leonard. What about Levante Davis? I'm going to throw another comparison out there that'll make you laugh, Nell. How about Dexter Copeland? That's who he reminds me of, Lewis, an old school small linebacker.
Hey,
I like a Dexter Copeland.
I remember the old school linebackers. I'm not as old as Mel, but I remember the linebacker was athletic. Absolutely. Number 52 for the Dallas Cowboys. I'll tell you what they need. What they need out of Jeremiah is this. Even more so than his big ability in the game. They need linebackers that can cover. And this guy, Mel, you know, this guy who lines up in the slot, it covers wide receivers, let alone running backs and tight ends. Yeah, it's not numbers. He's talking about around 18 completions.
He's got a name. Wasso Paramount. Damn, what is he? An African?
American.
I know all of us American.
Football player, the way he can square you up, form tackler. Jeremiah Wilson,
That name is not.
the way the game's played today, with the coverage skills
You
he
hear all
has
the
and the
time,
range
so
sideline to
that.
sideline, an ideal fit for Cleveland Browns.
Heredity or whatever.
What becomes a Browns fan now, perhaps, is the most famous alum from Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah's high school. High school in Hanford.
Wow. Well, the order of pizza will be here 11:40 though. I guess they're backed up or something. I can cancel it. I thought it was going to be sooner than that.
I don't know what didn't cancel or not. Second season canceled, but that would be good.
So this is a team that has a lot of offense last year, Lewis, and now that defense is coming
I don't
together.
know.
Look, we saw him against Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football.
You are?
They don't hope
Yeah.
that they're good. Now they expect to be good. And they're pretty bad. They expect to be good because they have some good players. They have a coaching staff that needs some stability and consistency. I think they found their franchise quarterback in Baker Mayfield.
Want me to make you something? Salad? Oh, you want some tea?
The Tennessee Titans are on the clock. Again, the picks are coming quickly tonight.
You're sleepy. You're sleepy. I feel the same way, but how about some turmeric tea?
All right. With the 53rd pick in the 2021
Okay.
NFL Draft,
I'll be right back,
the
boys.
Tennessee Titans select Dylan Radunz, tackle, North Dakota State.
Just the one game in 2020.
Yeah, there is. Yes, I'm a Raiders fan. Even when they screw up. Even when they move to Vegas. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, he was asking me, are you a Raiders fan? Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan. Absolutely.
Now that's the state place I'd like to live in, Las Vegas.
24 reps. Look at that. He had 32 vertical. Started all 16 games with left tackle. Did not allow a
Love
sack
to live
for
in
Trey
Henderson,
Lance.
Nevada.
2019. He only played that one game.
That's the guy that blocked for Trey Lance. See that?
Look at a kid like 6'6", 305. Dylan Radunz has the lane. That's his ability to keep defenders off his body, away from him. Came back here, he had that knee injury in 2017. Allowed 3 sacks in 2018. Then he improved dramatically between 2018 and 2019. That's what allowed him to be an elite draft choice in the second round.
He's got great athletic legs. He's got great legs. He's gonna need to get a little bit stronger. You know how they love to run the football in Tennessee. They want to come off downhill and be aggressive. He needs to get a little stronger to fit in there.
Yeah, and you know what? And he fits this offense because what do they do when they go to state? They run the wide zone.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they do in Tennessee. This is perfect scheme fit.
We are 2 picks away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. All the quarterbacks we talked about are still on the board. Will that be the move? We'll find out in just a few minutes. You're watching round 2 of the NFL Draft on ESPN.
Quarterbacks on the board. Oh, yeah. They got all of them. They haven't been taken yet. Yep.
So with your home and auto bundle, you'll save money and get round-the-clock protection.
Sounds great.
Sure does.
Shouldn't something, wacky be happening right now? We thought people could use a break. We've all been through a lot this year. That makes sense. Now's not a good time for your fix of the thing.
Are you sure you haven't booked all day?
Read the room, guys.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers, they get our best deals. You got your existing customers, they also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Questions? Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker? Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $800 off our latest 5G smartphone.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. Watch what happens when I play backwards.
Eat 3 topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one out pizzas that.
Where will we be in 5 years? In 50 years? Let's be here and here. Let's deliver technology to give everyone, everywhere, access to security and privacy, to equality and fairness, to a sustainable world. Cisco has made it its purpose to power an inclusive future for all. Where will we be in 50 years? Let's go see. Between the world and what we make of it, there's a bridge. Cisco, the bridge to possibility.
Los Angeles is a movie. It's a music.
It's a musical.
It's a comedy.
It's a romance.
It's a sci-fi movie.
It's an action movie.
It's a comeback story.
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 We'll do it next one.
It's a comeback story.
Hold on. This is your comeback story.
With the best membership experience
There you go.
there is no better time to join the
Look at
Valley
your saucer.
family right now. This season, we are excited to offer
Right, more
brand new benefits,
There
including
we
free
go.
exclusive merchandise,
That
ability to
saucer might help
exchange
him,
tickets to games
hold
you
on.
can attend, and free roll game tickets. Plus, as Falcons member, you will continue to receive pre-sale access to Atlanta's biggest events at Mercedes-Benz Stadium and first-class member-only experience. Contact us today. Your seat is waiting.
We are back in Cleveland in the midst of round 2 of the National Football League Draft. We're 2 picks away from the Steelers. There are plenty of quarterbacks on the board. The intrigue is thick. Will
There
Pittsburgh
you go.
choose to choose Ben Roethlisberger's heir apparent? We will find out in just a few minutes. In the meantime, the NFL is proud to support St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital to help bring an end to childhood cancer.
Oh.
St. Jude patient Vaughn and his family returned to the hospital in January 2019.
Hello.
Diagnosed with brain cancer. He was able to have brain surgery to remove the tumor and was given proton therapy to successfully
I don't know who that was.
cancer. Now he joins us from his home. Vaughn, take it away.
Hi, NFL fans. I'm so excited for my favorite team, the Indianapolis Colts, with the next pick. Thank you, you've done so much for me and my family.
That was odd.
Thank you, the NFL, for all the support of our kids like me. Now back to you in Cleveland to make the pick. Go Colts!
To announce the Indianapolis Colts selection, please welcome from Howard University, 3-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, and 2013 Colts Man of the Year, Antoine Mathé.
Just trying to figure out who chimed in there, but whatever. Let's see where we're at.
Thank you, Vaughn. Happy to see you doing well.
You know,
54 pick
hold on a
in the
second.
2021 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Deo or Debo.
Oh, Deo is he's a Hey, practice that name because you're going to be saying it a lot. Dale Obidingbo. Dale Obidingbo. That guy's an awesome player for Derek Mason and Vanderbilt. So he is a sacker. Oh, King Blood Brother for life. KJ, how you doing? I made peace with it. You know, the only constant in life is change, and if this allows college players to keep their college numbers and help with marketing, you know, so everything's with marketing, right? So you've got quarterbacks being matched with the receivers they threw to in college, and you have numbers that they wore in college now allowed in the NFL. So the NFL is essentially quietly acknowledging the impact of the college game in these maneuvers. It's a smart marketing trick. It really is. So I hope that answers your question there.
He's got
Yeah.
spins, he's got rips, he's got long arms, he's got full. And they were playing him all over the place. 9 technique, 3 technique, he can play anywhere. This is a home run pick when they get him on the field.
So the Steelers pick is in.
Here comes the legendary Franco Harris to announce the Steelers pick. That's why
And that is Pat Freiermuth from Penn State, the tight end. Tight end. Hey, it was Franco. I haven't seen Franco in a while. Yeah, I ran into Franco at SFO Airport a few years ago. He's in enemy territory. He's in Cleveland. That's why they're booing him.
And here we go, Steelers!
Oh, that's hilarious.
The Pittsburgh Steelers select Pat Freiermuth.
King Blood says, do you think Tom Brady is going back to the Super Bowl because he signed a 4-year deal? No. And the reason I don't is because now everybody has a book on what they do, and they have the same players. So, and they're the champions. It's going to be really difficult for them to repeat, and I don't see them doing it. Last year was a wild year, and the Buccaneers made the right adjustments at the right time, but I don't believe it's going to translate this year. So there you go. And that's not anything wishful. I like what Byron Leftwich has done with Tom Brady, and I like that Bruce Arians basically knew enough to stay out of the way. But it was they struck on lightning, and the key for them would be to the degree to which they make offensive changes so they're not predictable. Okay, that's the biggest key, and I don't see them doing that. And I remain interested to see if I'm wrong. Yeah.
Well, they certainly have gone to try and help that offense around Ben one way or another. Taking Najee Harris yesterday and Pat Freiermuth now. We're working our way through round
Be right
two.
back. Hold on a
We still
second.
have round 3 to come. It's a busy night from Cleveland. You're watching the NFL Draft on ESPN.
We're here for small business every day.
And to celebrate,
We're doing something special.
come in for Verizon Small Business Days.
Our team of trained business specialists
We'll give you a complimentary tech evaluation,
To help jumpstart your communications,
connectivity,
and security.
and we'll design a technology approach that's tailored for your business.
Plus, limited time offers worth up to $1,000.
come into a participating store or book a virtual appointment to jumpstart your tech.
How about homeowner protection?
With the Shield Level Annuity from Bright House Financial, your portfolio can benefit from growth potential with a level of protection from market volatility to help you follow your plans wherever they take you. Bright House Financial, build for what's ahead.
Yeah, Reggie. It's always tough having to say goodbye.
Whoa, hold up.
Oh, the honey butter chicken biscuit is $1.99 all month. Yes. I'm never leaving now.
We made the deal too good.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Get the breakfast you deserve.
Yeah, could happen. The Bengals could have a breakout year. I'm not sold on their coach. Just saying. Nothing personally against the coach. It's the scheme and the predictability and the misuse of speed players. I am not convinced he has the right scheme to get the Bengals to the playoffs. Yeah, because the game is about space and speed, and they play tight formations a lot. And their plays don't seem to really have much rhyme or reason in terms from a perspective of time motion study, okay? There you go.
Sometimes you take it easy.
So we have the Seahawks,
And sometimes
the
you make it easy.
Rams, the Chiefs, the Panthers, and the Saints left. And recap, we going to be back when we have Pat Fremont from Penn State tight end, and Dale Ogebingo from Vanderbilt is defensive end for the Colts.
Hey, fellas.
Colts are racking up on defense. You realize that? Dylan Rasmus, North Dakota State offensive tackle. The great Jeremiah Osawadu-Koromoa from Notre Dame is a Brown. Samuel Cosme is Washington football team. I expect them to get Davis Mills here. They didn't. Azeez Ojulari, the great Georgia Bulldog, is a New York Giant. Rondale Moore, wide receiver, going to the Cardinals. The Cardinals love those. Rondale Moore is going to be the Cardinals' secret weapon. Get used to that name. You're going to hear a lot of Rondale Moore this year. Niners get Aaron Banks at offensive guard. Asante Samuel Jr. goes to the Chargers, and you got Stanford offensive tackle Walter Little went to Jacksonville. Jackson Carman went to the Bengals, a Clemson offensive tackle. Trayvon Murray, again, TCU safety. Liam Echteberg out of Notre Dame's the offensive tackle for the Dolphins. Levi Ozarinke is from Washington, is with the Lions. UCF's Richie Grant, safety, is with the Falcons. Tevin Jenkins is Oklahoma State offensive tackle going to the Bears. Christian Balmore is off to the New England Patriots. Wow. Another Bama guy. So let me go back to where we're at. And now we have the Seahawks get Dwayne Estridge out of Western Michigan, wide receiver.
With the 56th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Dwayne Estridge, wide receiver, Western Michigan.
That's the alma mater of Corey Davis and Greg Jennings. So they have turned out some receivers there in Kalamazoo.
So if you're wondering about this guy, Dwayne Estridge, he's, as you can see, 6'9", he's 5'9", 190. The pre-draft analysis, he's a dangerous slot receiver and return man with excellent burst. The second gear to pull away from the catch. As you see on television watching that. And look at that. Wow. Touchdown. Oh, he's running the end around. And look at those moves. Whoa. Boy. This guy's going to be exciting for the Seahawks. If they get the ball in his hands. They got to do that first. And they will. Uh-oh, watch out.
Now your buddy Todd McShay was tweeting about him like crazy at the Senior Bowl. That was where I think most people became aware of Dwayne Estridge.
Exactly, and I saw him play quarterback and do it pretty effectively in 2019. He started 4 games at quarterback. They fractured his clavicle and played anymore. And then he obviously he talked about what he's done at the wide receiver spot. Average almost 24 yards a catch with 8 touchdowns. kick and flies a 4.35 guy. You mentioned the kick return ability.
Yeah, there's like one African American person. We were talking to my mom about. They have the picture of the draft rooms of the videos, but you see generally mostly white guys. You know, you don't see mostly white guys selecting black players. So it's a bad look.
They got the sit down job. They don't do no interview job.
Yeah, my mom said they got the sit down job. They don't do the energy job.
I don't
So.
like that.
Yeah.
That made me like Seattle.
They need to have Louis Riddick in there.
You have to have some brains in these teams, and they got to be black.
Yeah. So that was Estridge, and the next one is the Rams are on the clock here next. And Glover says, I think Arizona Cardinals going 14-3. They picked up J.J. Watt and A.J. Green and lots of others. Yeah, the Cardinals have great talent. The Cardinals' problem has seldom been on offense, but their defense has always put their offense in a position where they had to catch up. Also, that offense has to practice ball control so they can keep the ball away from the offense, keep its defense off the field. That's just basic football dynamics, right? So they've really got to focus on that this year if they want to achieve any success. I'm gonna leave that right here. Yeah, they're about to right now. See, it says LA. They're on the clock with 7 seconds. That's that is the coach of the Rams right there, Sean McVay. At their draft house, as they call it, the draft house, and they have a photograph of Roger Goodell. I mean, a painting. That's funny. Oh, what happened there? Let's see here. That's weird. Hold on. That's weird too. Go on. That's who they pick is in. At Tutu Atwell, excuse me. Who's from Louisville. Oh. Woo.
Wow.
In the slot, a dynamic performer. I tell you, you think you got him, and you don't blink. He can make people miss, and he can take it to the house in a hurry, bro.
And this is what I call building an offense.
Tutu Atwell's 40-yard dash time is 4.32, folks. This dude is fast, okay? Oh, okay. The order's out for delivery. The pizza order's out for delivery.
Really? Well, how come the service never reported?
I don't know, but it's out for delivery. I did. Yeah. I better go with the garage. Hey, folks, I'll be right back. I'll be right back, folks. So I got to get a pizza. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's just right down here. Yeah. What? I paid for it already. Yeah. Don't worry, Ma. I got it. So don't worry. I got you. I'll be right back.
Better make a salad, I guess.
He only had 2 drops this year for a smaller guy. So you can show you how ball secure he is. And I'm telling you, he'll take the breath away watching how fast he is. I mean, he is out the gate. And going down between him and Deshaun, Cooper Kupp, Van Jackson's going to be, he's another guy. Van Jefferson's going to be another guy that's going to play a bigger role in the season. Matthew Stafford's got some guys.
Wow, look at the Chiefs. They got he's fast.
Miami.
Our boy, the quarterback don't need to do nothing better. That gunner. He gonna be good.
I also made the interesting observation that now I can't count now the number of times you have referenced having evaluated a draft pick's father. I'm not sure exactly how that is.
Gordon Love was a wide receiver at Minnesota. Tutu Atwell. That's the middle like player. Hollywood Brown would be the top with Tutu Atwell. When a classified was small, Hollywood Brown with 160, 165. Yeah, that's like a player. But Tutu Atwell, you can't get a hold of him. You can't locate him when he's got the ball in his hand, and he is quick as what.
And when you think of Sean McVay's offense, think about the amount of motion that they brought up. Think about how they used Cooper Kupp. Cooper was always on the move. Now, Cooper did a lot of blocking in that offense, especially in some of those wide zones. They're not going to have you do that. But you won't be able to get your hands on him because he's going to be operating behind the line of scrimmage. You're not going to know where he is. Exactly, and he's going to be gone. This is a smart pick from a strategic state and how he's going to want to utilize it.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs have played in the last 2 Super Bowls. They've not made a pick in this year's draft until now. Will Shields, another favorite lineman of all time, is here to announce Kansas City selection.
With the 58th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Nick Bolton, linebacker, University of Missouri.
Been waiting for this one, a little bit undersized, but an extraordinarily productive player. His dad was a linebacker at Louisiana Tech in the early 90s, first team All-SEC as a sophomore, now led the conference in tackles and run stops over the last 2 seasons. He can fly.
He can't 5'11 and a half. He can fly to the football. He's a leader of this defense. He was a tempo setter on defense, and certainly the focal point of this defense for a while. You talk about a tackling machine all over the field. Lou, and you're talking about him in reference to his skill set and the way he can play as an every down performer.
Yeah, look, he's a guy who has good team diagnosis. You see it right there. Behind the line of scrimmage, he can run sideline to sideline. And when he inserts, he's going to put all of his weight into you just like that. He has tremendous coil ability, the ability to unleash on you at the point of contact. And he's the kind of guy that Greg Beach and his defense is going to want these guys going to want. They want fast linebackers that can move sideline to sideline, that can cover on third down. When you pair him with a guy like Willie Gay, who they got last year, this is a smart pickup for them because they got faster on defense at the second level. And also, when you think about what they have in front, you got Chris Jones, you got Darren Reed, you got 2 guys who are going to eat up a lot of blocks. That means Nick Bolton will be able to go sideline to sideline. The center guard combination will not be able to get up to him because one of his weaknesses may be slipping blocks, one underneath blocks. He's not even going to get blocked because of those 2 big guys in front of him.
And he was a bit of a steal here as well. Entering the night, according to our predictor, only a 26% chance he'd still be available at pick number 58. We are rolling along. We have 6 picks remaining in round number 2. No quarterbacks off the board so far tonight. Will that change shortly? We'll find out. You're watching the draft on ESPN.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So go to the place that delivers on top brands like Eagle, Toro, and Steel. We offer curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What out the Vegas in there? We both love this place.
I'm pretty sure we have everything in order.
Pretty sure. With Rocket, you could be certain.
What's the difference?
I'm pretty sure I know how to extract the upper bicuspid.
Yeah, certain is better.
You need to be certain of how much home you can afford. Rocket can.
Don't you think? I don't know what you can put bacon on that doesn't make it better.
The first rule in food is there's never too much bacon.
That is true. Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger. That's like commandment number 1.
Yes.
I always felt like if they put me on the field, they're never going to take me off.
Just a skinny little twerp out of Michigan. I don't see him as a threat. I'm going to make the decisions that I think are the best for the team. TEAM as a team.
Let's talk about this. What's so special about Tom? I'm going to talk trash to him and try to frustrate him.
Oh, you got it already?
We won't get undefeated season.
You let it down?
Where's the respect?
What do you say on top? Huh? Okay, I'll make it
Apple deserves just a roll for just $8.99. No, that's even good.
Mine and money goals?
Mine and money goal?
We've got money goals.
Buy a place closer to my family down south.
Invest in black-owned companies.
Invest in green companies.
Invest for my daughter's future and my retirement at the same time.
Have a better credit card than her.
Whatever your money goals, NerdWallet knows the smartest ways to make them happen. Compare and find the smartest credit cards, mortgages, and investing accounts on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
Bell peppers, robot tomatoes. Live from Cleveland, this is the 2021 NFL Draft Barbecue presented by Courtyard by Merrick. We're back on a chilly night in Cleveland. How chilly is it? If a picture is worth 1,000 words, that's pretty much your answer. That's a very cool answer. These insiders are not supposed to be outsiders. That's all I can tell you right now, okay? And he's got the blanket on. Mel has gone to the coat. Mel has gone to the coat. How are we feeling?
We're feeling good. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I do have common sense for you. Wow! These guys are lacking.
That's right. Hey, I'm not cold, folks. We got this toughing it out here.
Go back here right out there. You got to a little feel great. Here's a little fight. I'll take it over.
All right. They've made their big announcements. Can't listen to what I'm saying.
With the 59th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver, LSU.
There he goes. Hey, finally goes overlooked on that national championship team a few years ago because of Chase and Jefferson, but this kid is a really good
Woohoo! And you think about this pick and what it means for Sam Darnold now. You find a new offense. The first offensive pick format. Well, when you think about Terrence Marshall Jr., nearly 6'3", got 205 pounds, running 4.3. They're 40.
Wow.
Only 20
Great
years
pick.
of age. Won't turn 21 until June 9th. You think about his production. 3 different quarterbacks this pick. Joe Burrow did move on. They had 2 true freshmen, and then Miles Brennan got injured. The bend he has allows him to get that burst out of his cup. Had a couple drops this season, which are uncharacteristic what Terrence Marshall's capable of. Adjust the poorly thrown balls, there are a lot of them this year. Low and off target. Very productive since his high school career.
And now you got your T here
When
still.
Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase were there, he was still a major contributor when Joe Burrow was the quarterback in 2019. Obviously, you say, why is he still there? He had the foot injury back in 2019. This last time, there was that concern about the injury that they have pushed him down from late first round, where I thought he'd be a pick late in round 1 up to the second round now, where he comes off the board to the Carolina Panthers.
Here's what I love about it. Jamar Chase opted out in training camp. He stepped up and said, okay, I'll be the number 1 wide receiver. So he played behind Jefferson and Chase. Then he showed I can be a number 1 guy also. Big receiver that's fast. When you're looking for that combination, there's no better. If not for the medical concern, this would have been a first round pick.
And he slot and wide.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very, very
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, very smart.
Wow. Let's see what we got here. I like the current quarterback. I think quarterback's not the problem. It's the defense. Hey, Bill. I don't know which YouTube channel that is. So I appreciate it. I said 6 years, 3 years. I think send me an email with the YouTube channel, link to here. Yeah, send it to that, Bill, right there. Okay, here you go. But on the other hand, here, look at it this way. You can comment here. Okay, so really, what difference does it make, right? Pizza Hut, folks. Here come the Saints. The Saints.
With the 60th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Pete Werner, linebacker.
Oh, Pete Werner, Ohio State. There you go. You notice the Saints have not done any. They have not listened to the noise about picking a quarterback. They like their quarterbacks. They have sent a statement that they like their quarterbacks. So.
Did a great job in coverage against Friarwood, covered tight ends well throughout his career at Ohio State.
You're welcome. You like it? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah.
Like inside, outside, big time recruit coming out of the prep ranks. Think about a guy that really, from a consistency standpoint, 2020, led him in tackle, 2019, second in tackle.
He says, "Are you sure about that? Because the Raiders made the playoffs, I think, in 2 or 3 years." Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's not the quarterback's fault. You make the playoffs and you win championships with defense. And as we both know, Raiders have not had a good defense. So you can't appropriately ask your offense to bail out your defense all the time. That works maybe in some cases, but I have not seen a case where that actually worked for a Super Bowl champion. Even some of the greatest offenses ever, like the Niners, had a great defense to go along with it, helmed by players like Jack Hacksaw Reynolds and Ronnie Lott and all those, right? So I like what the Raiders are doing. I do. This has onions, mushrooms, green bell peppers, and cheese in the crust. Mom likes that. I thought you might.
Strong frame, wide body, performance good, 702 horses, supercharged V8, runs to 0 to 60 in 4.6.
I can't eat a lot of cheese, folks, so I had to balance it out.
Is that right?
Well, one piece is enough.
Congrats.
And it's actually low calorie too. So yeah.
Bar constituents,
There we go.
Americans, beer drinkers.
He says,
I asked for immediate consideration of the Bud Light Summer
Russia Wilson,
highlights
Russell.
include Bud Light giving away
I think Deshaun Watson would be an outstanding addition to the Raiders. That would propel them into the playoffs because he adds that much to the offense, right? But you would say, well, then am I contradicting myself regarding Derek Carr? No, I'm not. No. My mom was right. The Texans are not going to let Deshaun Watson out. That's why they're doing all this work about devaluing him. Okay, they want to make him stay. That's what it's all about, folks. Yep. My mom was saying that when he said he didn't want to stay to the Texans, all of a sudden all this stuff happened, you know. Of course.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Get more out of zero.
Yeah.
Now available with protein.
Your cravings have been taken to
And
new
whenever you
heights.
have stuff
We're
like this, you
seasoning
can order
crispy
ginger ale.
potatoes, cozy
Yeah, I should have ordered ginger ale.
tortilla.
I think there's some
So enjoy the meal for just
Okay, you want some?
$1 crispy potato only at Taco Bell.
My lemon tea.
Is the Sammy Wild caught?
Well, this says the Raiders are in really tough conference this year. Hail the worst division in the AFL to have sweep. It's tough, and I think because it's tough, it makes it probably the best conference. I don't know that the AFC East is better, for example. So,
has announced a summer stimulus plan promising free sport tickets, beers, and concert tickets. Check out an endorsement proposal at
well, Cleveland looks pretty. Oh, they got all colored up and everything. Become the Bills. Oh, you know what that is? It's, yeah. Jody.
Let's see where Buffalo is going to go.
All right, here we go. With the 61st pick in the 2021 draft, the Buffalo Bills select Carlos Basham Jr. Wake Forest University.
Because everyone calls him Boogie. That's Boogie Basham. He went to dance as a baby. His mother started calling him Boogie, and it stuck. And he is a pass rusher. He goes after the quarterback on 96% of his snaps now.
He does, and he has some versatility as well. 285-pounder. He slimmed down a little bit. Look at the guy inside the nickel, effective, quick, agile for his size. 6'3 1/4. They go anywhere between 274 and 285. 34 vertical, very athletic kid, strong. He got a kid with a burst. Dave Lawson came on the Daria Mel show and raved about this kid, bro. Loves his athletic ability, loves his hustle. Kid never quits, plays within the framework of the scheme. Great productive player. 2019, second in the ACC with 11 sacks. Also had 3 forced fumbles. Good explosiveness, polished as well with a great attitude.
He's a powerful player that has heavy hands, and I can see Buffalo using him very wisely. They got Ed Oliver. He was supposed to be a dominant 3 technique. In Nicholas' situation, I can see Boogie Basham sliding inside, getting that interior pass rush. I think, Grady, his best position in the NFL is going to be as an interior rusher. I don't know if he has the juice to turn the corner in the NFL, but I know he's got the juice inside the 3 technique move.
For a guy that's 275, almost 280 pounds, he sometimes needs to play like it. Just go ahead and physically impose your will on people. But he's so quick for a big man that sometimes he tries to play the little man game. But he has a lot of juice. He will run you down out on the perimeter.
Packers pick is in. That Carlos Basham, as you heard. Here's powerful edge rusher with violent hands. I wonder who writes these things. Here we go with the Packers.
But yeah, before I get into this pick, I want to thank the organization, Green Bay Packers, for giving me an opportunity to represent our organization to the best I can. I want to thank the NFL for giving me an opportunity.
See, the one thing hold on a second.
The Packers fans up front, we're not done yet, so I'm letting y'all know we getting one. So that being said, with the second pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, Green Bay Packers select Josh Myers, center, Ohio State.
Ohio State. Hey. So the Packers didn't select a quarterback. Nobody. Oh man.
They needed defense this year.
2,000-yard
Need somebody to protect him.
Run blocker, it's a little high. It's pad level up high. Leverage is an issue there.
You knocked him down so many times.
Needs to be more consistent with technique and balance. This the guy.
Well, nobody got to got to the guy, the quarterback for the
Josh Myers with that
team was
versatility will be a possibility along the interior for the Packers. Don't the pick.
more of a backup type, they obviously feel like to be a starter. Absolutely, can be a developmental pick. Let's not forget that Green Bay lost Corey Linsley. He went to the LA Chargers, so this is the guy they're going to hope they can bring along really quick and develop to go. Because Green Bay wants to run the football. They want to come downhill with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. I like what Myers can do, especially if he can develop and be ready to go, especially opening day.
Again, talk about scheme fit here. You watch him late in the season against Clemson in the college football playoffs. He was never
Okay.
talk about those wide zones, reaching the cut.
Let's see what Houston pick is in.
He's putting you on the ground. And for a 6'5" center,
Yeah, you're right. It is the worst division you want to be in to make it to the playoffs. Yeah, I think my mom was commenting on how all the draft rooms are white, and she was saying, and that's a big problem because you've got why? There are plenty of African Americans who are great at spotting talent. And not only that, do you realize that this year, maybe the second year, that most of the agents for the top picks in the NFL draft are black? Think about that. So, think about that.
Maybe something on the defensive side. We'll find out. The commissioner. Again, that is the lazy boy chair he had in his basement.
Oh, that's the lazy boy head. He brought his lazy boy chair. That's funny.
With the 63rd pick in the 2021 draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Creed Humphrey.
Yeah. I do. That's genius. Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey. Shawnee, Oklahoma. Congratulations. Yeah, yeah. And comes from an air raid offense, which means he knows how to pass block and run block. So.
Don't mess with me. My name is Creed Humphrey.
And look at that. Wow.
Consistent anchor, loves to play the game, studies, watch this guy.
I love this offense. See that? They had a counter tray look and they threw off of it. That's Lincoln Riley at his best. The coach of the Sooners, right? So, I agree.
That's why they won this year.
Mm-hmm.
Really? They were knocking people down. Nobody got the break. Nobody.
But I'm going to say this, though, regarding that is 70% of the league is black players. So we need Asian players and Mexican players too, right? But you don't want this top-heavy stuff where you still have the majority of the players black, but then it's like, well, to run it, you can get everybody else rather than the players. It still looks like a slave organization. It just does, So anyway, I said he was great. Buccaneers 17-0, Green Bay Packers 13-0, Bengals 9-8, Raiders 12-5. These are your predictions? You're predicting the Buccaneers are going to go undefeated? Oh, golly! I mean, all right, that's not happening. Oh man, the Buccaneers are going to be a seesaw team. They're going to be great against some opponents, and they're going to run into opponents that have their number. And I think one of those opponents will be the New Orleans Saints. And I predict they will split for the Saints. They won't sweep them, So he says the Busts are not that good. I do. As I said, yeah. You asked me about Trayvon twice. Actually, 3 times. I said I like the pick. He's trying to make sure.
iPad Pro. So here we go.
Now I haven't criticized Make Mayock this time around. I said I actually made a video about this right here. Well, I don't play it for you because what I said was that when you have a player like Alex Leatherwood, you've got a situation where the Raiders like him particularly above most other players that were available. In fact, Mayock said that he was higher on their board than Christian Ballard was, who was from Alabama, the defensive tackle, who I thought they were going to pick, right? But when you have a player that's special to you, that has gone in a number of first-round mock drafts, okay? You don't waste time with what somebody might say about him being a possible second rounder. You go ahead and you pick him, because if he's the best player for you and you haven't rated that high, it's stupid to not follow your board. You'll be going against your own board based on the opinion of somebody who has no idea what your board looks like. That's just not smart. So you don't do that. Okay? So as far as teams and Raider picks right now, if you want a quick recap of what the Las Vegas Raiders have done, it's too hard to say that. They've got basically just the two players, okay? They've got two other picks coming up today, but they just have Alex and Trayvon right now, all right? That's where they're at. Alex and Trayvon. So there isn't anybody else right now. So let's go back and look at round two here. We have the Bucks coming up, speaking of which. Here we are. Mom, you okay? Okay. My mom's favorite pick was Trey Lance to the Niners. She loved that. Loved it. They did. Yeah. No. Yeah, 10-6, I agree. 10-6. Yeah. There's the Bucks draft room. Once again, no black folks in it. Wow. If you want to see where the rubber meets the road in terms of problems in the league, you're looking at it. You know, the brain trusts are all white guys and selecting black guys. Oh. Whew. And you know, that's got to change. Okay. Davis Mills, maybe. Hey, here comes. Yes. Who? Here he is. Yep. Mr. Giles. Jimmy was a tight end at one point. Please, God. Here go the Bucks, folks.
On behalf of the NFL, we'd like to thank you for your Midwestern hospitality while we've been here.
Yeah.
It's a great pleasure. I'm here to represent the 2021 Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Simba King says, dude.
Brian Ford and the administrative staff of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And of course, the Super Bowl champion coach, Mr. Bruce Arians and his coaching staff. What a fantastic crew and what a fantastic job they did this past year. On behalf of the Buccaneers, with the 64th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Kyle Trask.
Whoa! What? The Buccaneers selected their The Buccaneers took Kyle Trask. Quarterback controversy. Wow. There's the future, folks. Wow. There's the future. Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask is the. Yeah, wow. I got to get this on here. All right. This is hilarious. This is wild. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he is good.
Shorter. He had a lot of receiving entities to throw to. Took advantage of. Like the improvement he showed from 2019 to 2020.
Hey everybody, I've got the draft on. We're talking it right now. As you can see, hey everybody. But Florida quarterback Kyle Trask was taken by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which means that they have made an investment in their future, and regardless of what Tom Brady says about playing until he's, 50? The Buccaneers have said, whoa, not so fast there, fella. We've got somebody who can replace you. That's the idea. Kyle Trask, Florida quarterback, and the Buccaneers draft room is applauding their decision and everything else, and this is quite interesting. Quite interesting. Look at it. Quite interesting. And there's Kyle Trask on television, you know. So he will learn under Tom Brady and Byron Leftwich as offensive coordinator. Well, I didn't see him in the room. At any rate, interesting. Interesting.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Andre Cisco, defensive back, Syracuse.
That's Troy Vincent announcing the pick. Cisco was born in Queens, New York, a 3-year starter who unfortunately had his final season cut short by a knee injury while in warm-ups after just 2 games. But he was the FBS active leader with 13 interceptions heading into this draft.
Yeah, it's a shame the injury occurred right in the Georgia Tech game, the season-ending knee injury. Prior to that, he had an interception against North Carolina's quarterback Sam Howell, who we're talking about probably in next year's draft. Think about it. What he did against Pitt, the following week, 8 tackles, 6 of which were solos. Go back to the 20 of his throughout his career. Because you mentioned great ball hawk, all those interceptions, 12 interceptions, 16 pass breakups over his first 2 seasons. Outstanding range at deep center field in the deep control.
Possible.
He's has to become a more short tackler. He's a gambler who makes big plays, also gives up, he's also has the benefit of being a little bit more aware where blockers are when he's making his path to the football. But overall, you can't teach. You're not got instincts and ball skills. Andre Cisco has that. Now he's coming back from that knee injury, Lou.
Yeah, good physical, fluid athlete, a lot of scheme versatility, alignment versatility, can play a split safety defense, single high defense. He will lower the hammer on you. He just needs to be fundamentally secure as possible, fundamentally sound as far as his tackling technique. He misses too many tackles for a guy as talented as he is. When they get him healthy, this guy's a legit playmaker. So him and Tyson Campbell, those are 2 good-looking young defensive backs right there.
We are into round 3 of the draft. The Minnesota Vikings are on the
round 3. Here we go.
Next, right here on ESPN.
This is going fast, folks. Bing, 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 bing.
Live from the draft, the Hype King is on the clock. Mitten millionaires, mitten billionaires. DraftKings Championship Series, the king of competitions.
I'm making a video. I'm uploading my video. Kyle Trask, Florida quarterback, QB. Is Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2021 NFL Draft second round pick.
We're here for small business every day. And to celebrate,
Tom
we're doing something special.
I'm writing Tom Brady future.
Our team of trained business specialists
We'll give you a complimentary tech evaluation to help jumpstart your communications,
connectivity and
Yeah.
security.
we'll design a technology
Interestingly,
approach that's
I guess
tailored for your business.
Plus, limited
maybe it's
time
because he's Florida and they're the Bucks. Maybe they saw more of him.
Participating store or book a virtual appointment.
Maybe it's because he had more snaps than Davis Mills behind the center.
So you're a
But
small business.
they valued Kyle Trask over Davis Mills. Interesting. Hey, there's Vinny.
Time to think.
Hey, Zenny. I'm back in my house. That's why the scenery is a little bit different. It's the same scenery as you recall from last year. Might as well. So I did see bid the second round. I did love what the Raiders did taking the safety. Definitely, he was actually the top safety on my board personally. I really did like taking Barmore from the Patriots. Of course, Taven Jenkins by the Bears. That was something that many Bears fans were very, very excited for.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the pick that just happened at the very end of the Kyle Trask, of course, the Buccaneer. I'm not super shocked, considering that I thought that he was probably going to be taken around this part. But by the second round, I'm a little surprised, but at the same time, not super surprised.
What do you think it says to Tom Brady, though, who wants to play until he's 50?
Well, it says that, if you're going to play to your 50, you might not be here. That's what it says. You might not be here. That's what it says.
Touche.
Touche indeed, Zenny. Touche indeed.
It's like, oh yeah, 50, huh? Bam! I'll see your 50 with Kyle Trask.
Well, hey, I'd say last pick of the second round, not a bad deal for the Buccaneers. I mean, I was thinking that they would take a backup, but like I said, the Bucs are a team that have a lot of quality players already. So I'm not completely shocked.
Here's Vikings.
John Randall.
John Randall, the
best sacks ever for a DT.
Yeah.
Are you ready? With the 66th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Kellen Mond, quarterback.
Kellen Mond.
Wow. Kellen Mond.
Nice.
They took
Senior
Kellen
Bowl
Mond.
MVP. Nice. Wow. What an arm this guy has. I actually like this pick better than Kyle Trask personally, because the arm strength is way more noticeable here.
Yeah, plus he's great, as you can see, mobile. I just took the words right out of my mouth.
Very.
Quarterback for the Aggies. And watch this. Bip, touchdown.
Man, just Dad, Kellen Mond.
Oh, hey,
what happened.
Tell your dad I said hello.
What? He says hello too.
How you doing? Great to see you. Yeah. And he's running. He's running.
Yeah, you can do it all. You can do it all.
Or as Chris Berman used to say, he could go all the way.
Oh, no way! Touchdown!
Oh, here we have a little argument going on here. Raiders and Simba King, who says that Simba King says the Jets will go 11-6, and the Raiders 5-12 or 7-10.
Nah, man, that ain't happening. The AFC East is gonna be a lot tougher.
They're going nuts. Look at that.
Yeah, Texans finally their first pick of the draft. First pick of the draft, finally, at long last. Eons.
Let's see what the Texans do. We'll get back to the Simba King versus Raiders versus King argument, and we'll weigh in. Let's see. Is this where the Texans take Davis Mills because they believe maybe that their quarterback's going to be gone? Or is this way actually build around their quarterback in the anticipation that he stays? Because there is no way that they're going to beat the way this is going, there's no way they're going to beat Deshaun Watson in court. They can forget it. He might wind up.
No way. I think, I'd be on the safe side and just take someone to help your quarterback, whether you have Deshaun Watson or you have Tyrod Taylor or someone else. It's good to make sure that you improve upon your offense, especially when you have Will Fuller gone. And if you want, you could also help could also help the defense. But who knows? Wow. Here comes.
Here we go. All right.
I like what they've been doing. Like with every single pick, there's been a fan sitting in Goodell's chair.
Yeah. See, now if I had win, I would have lobbied to be in the chair. Oh, by the way, Vinny, the NFL says we'll see you next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll be here next year. Don't you worry, Zenny.
Actually, you might end up going because the way my life is going, I have to get that financed. So
awesome.
Stick around. I got a lot of work.
Don't worry, Zenny. I'm on your side. I'm going to help you as much as I can.
Thank you. Well, my job is to make you guys rich. You're holding stock, so I gotta make that happen. So
I also want to make you rich too, Zenny. Don't worry.
I'm already rich. I know you guys. I'm fine.
There's no such thing as too much money, Zenny, especially when you're helping your mother.
I thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No problem.
Let's see. Okay, let's get on with the pick. What is it, Doug? Blah 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 blah.
Your Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
You were right. You were right. You're right, Zenny. Davis Mills.
There we go.
Davis Mills. Only 11 starts.
Wow.
Ooh.
So wait a minute. So the Texans have made it known that's huge. You realize that?
That is pretty big. That is very big.
First, Davis Mills is my favorite quarterback out of Stanford. The guy that I thought the Raiders should get. This is a. Hey folks, the Houston Texans has sent a signal that they expect to part ways with Deshaun Watson by a.
I think it does. Absolutely. This is like an alarm bell going off.
They brought in Davis Mills from Stanford, who is a plug-and-play quarterback in many NFL-type systems, considering the type of offense he played in under David Shaw at Stanford, the Bill Walsh offense. I think Davis Mills is one of the most exciting prospects out there. I think he's going to be more than an effective quarterback for the Houston Texans. And right now, the Houston Texans quarterback position is in good hands for the future with Davis Mills from Stanford. So there you go.
Whatever happens, I am confident in how their quarterback position is going to be, whether that's Watson, whether that's Taylor, whether that's Mills. I think QB is in good hands. Mm-hmm. The only problem is that because the culture of the Texans is very, let's just call it not exactly the most tame, I don't know how many people are going to want to come there. But at the same time, if Mills is the QB and he impresses, for all we know, we might actually have some free agents deciding to go to Houston
that's right.
the following season.
That's right. I'm putting the video up. That's why I'm. Let's see here.
Pick is in for the Falcons.
Uh-huh.
Love the spray paint, by the way. I love you noticed all the CDs, like the vinyl records they have on the sides? Really, really cool.
I didn't notice that, but that's a good find. It's a good find.
Troy Vincent.
That's the man. The next commissioner, folks, look out.
Great player, too. Jalen Mayfield, tackle. But they said guard.
Aha.
He could play either position, but he can be a guard at the NFL level. That's fine.
Davis Mills, QB, Stanford, Houston. I'm writing this down.
Bam Cam. I like it.
Texans.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
There's the whole family right there. Mills just staring right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
There are 15 of 18 career games.
Let's see here. Deshaun Watson backup.
You look at a guy, I wouldn't say boomer bust, but I'd say this could be a pick. There's a starter, more so maybe for me. A backup
So upload. All right. Hey, Vinny, I'm just gonna check on my mom. I'll be right back.
Go, take your time. Thank you.
I think he's gonna get it better. If you're gonna put him, move him inside. He can't play outside right now. Foot speed is an issue. You put it inside, and you can use just the overall work that he has.
Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock, and their pick is in. Let's see who they decide to take. And also, in case you're curious, guys, for any Bengals fans watching, I'm actually doing a project on the Bengals social media. And yes, Ken Riley will be a big part of it. And here is the legendary left tackle himself, Anthony Munoz, who is currently the only person in the Hall of Fame, primarily for his contributions as a Bengal. But that will change. Promise.
Anthony Munoz, the man.
With the 69th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joseph Osai.
Osai, wow. Good pickup here. I honestly thought he might go in like early in the second, honestly. But, you know, good pickup by the Bengals. They needed edge help. Solid choice.
He was a semifinalist for the McNabb Award last year. And so now this is a fascinating pick.
Woohoo! Wow, I'm back. All right. My mom says hi, Vinny.
Hey, thanks. Hey, Zenny's mom.
She's her draft dreams came true when Trey Lance went to the Niners. After that, she was done. No, until Justin Fields went to the Bears. Then she was done.
Cody, say hi. Say hi to the world. Cody.
Hey, Cody, how you doing?
Cody, say hi. Say hi, Cody.
Hey, fella, how you doing?
He's looking at you. He's kind of like. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? It's okay. You're gonna go. Oh, big trade just happened. Panthers traded up to the 70th pick, and the Giants are traded to the 71st overall pick.
Let's see what's going on there.
No, Dad. The Giants. Here's Troy Vincent again, future commissioner, might be future Hall of Famer too.
Yeah.
With the 70th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Brady Christensen.
Brady Christensen, BYU.
Wow, they got their offensive tackle. Good.
Nice. I was thinking that they could have taken Slater, but
yeah, he'll be there for 5 years.
He'll be here for a good time.
They got J.C. Horn.
Wow, they have J.C. Horn. They got remember they also traded back a lot in the a couple times in the second round. So they got Terrence Terrence Marshall, their wide receiver, and then they just got Brady Christensen as tackle, BYU. 38 teams, every single 30 teams, pure left tackle here.
They got a lot of need picks. There wasn't anybody that jumps out at you as not that J.C. Horn's an excellent talent, but they needed a corner.
They needed help. And, I'd say for a guy like, Matt Rule, he knows that, Sam Darnold's here. He knows that, you can take the best players available, but at the same time, if you want to make sure your job stays, you want to make sure you draft at those needs. And you're seeing, like Anthony said, you're seeing more and more teams starting to do that as, job security is enemy. It could affect anyone. Basically, an old saying is, you're hired in the NFL to get fired. But if you want to make sure you don't get fired, you take what your board says you need. And if you don't, you're out of a job.
That's right. Hey, so let's see what this argument is about. Let's see how.
Pick is in for the Giants. LaMichael P. Ryan will run overall. How many points a game will the Jets give up last year? Well, fortunately, we could say, Greg Williams is no longer the defensive coordinator, so there's that. With the worst defense. Hey, listen, I'd say
Benny,
8-8.
Benny, who got him fired? Raiders.
Gus Bradley's now the DC. Let's
Yeah, next out the door too. I'm sorry, I'm not high on him because, like, well, hey, what's your claim to fame? I'm John Gruden's friend. Okay, great. That's great. You know, it's oh gosh, and the Raiders put that out. All right. So
Speaking
anyway,
of Gruden, where's Jay now?
Jay Gruden is. That's a good question. I have to Google that because he was up.
He's unemployed. That's what I see.
Oh, Simba King's getting tough. Raiders says, I already know our defense, so I'm not bragging like you. Yes, they did. Do your research, dummy. You don't know anything about your own team. Blank up. Says, I ain't talking to rude people.
Zenny knows the Raiders. Don't worry, guys.
Simba King says, what I thought was scary cat. Be cool, dudes. This conversation is over. Go Jets. We will punish Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, my Lord. Look, folks, I'm not paying Simba King to add this little spice to the conversation.
Spicy take. But
the take is spicier than this great pizza I'm eating from Pizza Hut. So
they traded they have fifth round pick.
Oh my god.
Michael Vick. Friends pick live. Let's see who they take.
Here's the thing. All right. Wilson's going crazy. I would, you know what? They're a new team. And this will be a taste test of how great teachers Robert Saleh and his group are. I will say they have an advantage in that no one knows what the heck they're going to do.
Absolutely.
So they could start off. They could start off with 5 straight wins on that basis alone. Look at what Dan Quinn happened with Dan Quinn and the Falcons. They started losing. All right. Here we go. Go on.
Aaron Robinson was just drafted by the Giants from UCF, cornerback.
Other Giants. Quarterback. Hey, folks, I got the round 3 right there. It's updating, as you can see. 5'11", 189. You know what I want to know, though?
Yeah.
How many time is? Let me see real quick here.
Well, they need help at corner. 2 times second team all AAC selection. So,
do you know what though? With all the teams coming into the NFC East, you need like that. You just do it. You just had the Eagles get Devonta, and
you still have Amari Cooper. You don't forget Terry McLaurin. You need to have, especially when you get, especially Devontae Smith coming in your same division, you need to have someone who's going to prevent someone from getting the football. You need someone that's going to block passes. You need someone who's going to disrupt. You need someone to disrupt the tight end. You need someone like this. So
the Cowboys have CeeDee Lamb. So
Frank Ragnow's here to announce a pick. All Pro, Associated Press, of course. I love the blazer inside. Yeah, some lions in there.
Yeah, there he is.
Hello. With the 72nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Aleem McNeil, defensive tackle, NC State.
Aleem McNeil, defensive tackle, NC State.
Let's see. Let's see what the scouting report on him is.
They say Javon Hargrave is his best comparison.
Let me enlarge that for everybody so they can get an idea. Here's that. Lee McNeil, big defensive tackle with strength and low center of gravity to control the middle of the line of scrimmage. He flashes the ability to get off blocks and chases with good effort. He's a good athlete who played linebacker in high school, a time better than expected at his pro day.
He's a good baseball player, too.
Athletes.
3-time all-conference outfielder at 280 pounds at Sanderson High School. Wow.
And now he is a defensive tackle. That indicates to me the kind of defense they're going to play. Like he's probably going to be asked to run stuff in the middle and be too dapper. I'm not in favor of that kind of defensive tackle myself, but that's generally what you're going to get. So now,
Troy Vincent, Eagles legend, of course.
Guess it's 40
again.
I guess it's 40 time for Ed Robinson. Benny. The Giants Ed Robinson guess his 40 time.
It was like 440.
4.38.
I was 0.02 off. 0.02 off, but it was close.
Wow.
It was close.
Yeah.
Milton Williams was just drafted by the Eagles. Louisiana Tech, short arm, shock in his hands. We need help on defense.
There he is.
You can see the explosion on those highlights.
Now, for those of you who don't know, when they say he flashes on tape, it means that he did something that caught one's attention on video. I don't know why there's no tape anymore, folks. It's video. I don't know why people use the term tape anyway. There's no footage.
It's not even video. It's literal. You can't even say that. It's basically like, digital. Everything's digital now.
Yeah, it's digital.
This isn't like the age of the V8. People stopped making. What was it? Toshiba, Sony, whoever did. Like, they stopped making VHS tapes. You would argue that DVDs are becoming irrelevant soon too.
I ought to know. I got them at home.
Here it is. Washington pick 74. Future.
There we go.
Here's Troy. Is that Troy Vincent again? No, that's not Troy Vincent.
I think your TV is ahead of mine.
Someone's wearing a Fitzmagic shirt. Troy Vincent again.
Huh.
With the 74th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Washington Football Club selects.
He says football club.
Defensive back, Minnesota.
Wow. Benjamin St. Jude's. He said football club. So same meaning, really. No, this is football, not football. Or as people across the pond would say, association football.
Association, exactly.
I mean, football club, football team. Come on, just give them the team name already, please. Red Tails, something. Just.
Well, by the way, for those of you wondering why I say Troy Vincent's going to be the next commissioner, it's because when I was working to bring the Super Bowl to Oakland, and I was having lunch with Al Casal, who was Al Davis' right hand, he said, I want you to get to know a guy that they're grooming to be commissioner, and right now he's executive vice president of football operations. His name is Roger Goodell. So my point is, the league doesn't put a person in a position like that unless they're grooming him for commissioner. It's not someone else thought. A friend of mine thought it was going to be Jeff Miller. I said, well, Jeff Miller's the communications guy. Roger Goodell was football operations. In football operations, that's number 2 behind the commissioner. So there you go.
And if that happens, the only other guy throughout the NFL's history, you have had former players that have been, but usually outside of Jim Thorpe, they never played professionally. Having Troy Vincent, Jim Thorpe, don't forget he was Native American. Troy Vincent, a former player who you could argue, like Jim Thorpe, for his playing career, maybe Troy Vincent. I've seen some people, like, for instance, 5 Point said maybe he could be in. And Troy Vincent, imagine the NFL becomes the very first league to have a black commissioner. That's going to mean a lot for Troy Vincent's legacy, and especially just the NFL itself.
That's where the league is headed.
And it's the future, and he is the future. So get used to him, guys. Like, whoever grew him up and watching him at Wisconsin, or when he was in Miami, Philly, Buffalo, and Washington, Of course, this is not just any NFL player. This is also, don't forget, this is also a man of the year. This is a Walter Payton man of the year. This is someone this is a guy this is a guy who is known as a leader throughout his entire career. He's very respected by all his teammates, especially in his time in Philly. 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. Even though he didn't go to a Super Bowl in his career, he was still a big part of those Andy Reid teams early on. This is definitely a guy that, listen, when you're in that role, they don't give that role out to anyone. Get used to him, guys. He's going to be the top job eventually. Not today, not tomorrow, but just watch. It will eventually happen.
Hey, I got a question. Hey, this is for Vinny and for everybody. How many people have watched Captain America, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I've not seen it yet. I have not seen WandaVision yet because I've been busy. I've been busy at school. That's why. I've not seen it yet. I've not. So don't spoil. Don't spoil.
We were coming off a great year.
Anyone else?
When the pandemic hit.
Going twice?
We really had to
Notice I didn't say going once.
Yeah, don't spoil anything. I'm excited to see it. I always loved Captain America. I've always loved, the MCU. It's one of my favorite franchises. Kevin Feige's a genius.
Yep.
Also, just says right here, the Saints just traded away their 98th and 105th overall picks. So their later third-round picks, they traded to the Broncos in exchange for the 76th pick. They'll be taken right after the Cowboys.
I get to see somebody they want. Saints have not drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, they haven't. But they traded up. So maybe this might be the time.
I don't think it's going to be a quarterback, though, because all the quarterbacks that are worth getting are off the board. And, but I got to believe that they're aiming for somebody on defense.
Adrian Quesada. Black Pumas.
What's up, Cleveland? I'm here, and with the 75th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft.
Also, Didi Zua, UCLA, defensive tackle.
Well, Didi Zua, defensive tackle from UCLA.
The Cowboys. That guy gave Cal a lot of problems. Boy, we played last year. That was not funny.
Nice frame too.
Watch this. This is against Arizona State. Yeah,
just absolutely just bear hugging that guy, stopping him in the tracks, like right there.
I'm glad they're not showing the Cal game.
That's good. That's good. Maybe they knew. Maybe that's for the best.
That's against. Oh wow! Collapse the pocket. Collapse the pocket. And that's of course Oregon. Batted the pass. Boom! Almost. He's a home wrecker.
Will help calm some of that down because he is a heck of a player in the run game. That's a refined his pass rush ability.
Sean Payton right there, looking at the draft war room. Materia, Louisiana. By the way, did you hear about that Netflix movie that's going to have Kevin James playing him back in 2012?
Yeah, I did hear about it.
Bit of a weird casting, like Kevin James, but if there's one casting for an NFL coach that I think would be perfect, Michael Shannon?
Yeah, Michael Shannon was a shot of water. Yeah.
He would be perfect as Bill Belichick.
Huh.
They're actually both from Tennessee, too. He has, the same kind of facial features as well. He'd be perfect. There's Mario Davis.
Here are the Saints. Pick us in.
With the 76th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Paulson Adebo.
Well, it's not a quarterback. You were correct.
More defense from Stanford.
More defense.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints did need help on defense, And that
again, the Saints have sent the message that their quarterback room is just fine. That's what they're saying.
I'm rooting
They're
for
gonna-
you, Jameis.
They're
Jameis
going
is
to build
watching.
around Jameis. They're going to build around Jameis Winston. That's smart. That's going to be the biggest pleasant surprise. And against Cal, against us. I remember this throw. I was like, why did he do that? That's the big game, folks. Oh, that's agonizing. Oh. That's against Utah there. We'll watch a break on this. Watch. Pick. Boom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Stanford has great players. The pandemic
program
is tough on them, but I think they're going to be back this year. Well, we got the Raiders coming up. We got the Chargers, the Vikings, the Raiders twice. The Raiders get 2 bites of the apple, folks. So
back to back. So how's it going to be? Are they going to have 2 cards out and just say Raiders take at 79 this guy, Raiders pick at 80 this guy?
Get ready. Get ready. I love that jacket. Look at that.
Nice. It's an early gold jacket. I like the hat too. Another black Pumas snare.
Yeah. Here come the Chargers. Who might be leaving LA?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Josh Palmer.
Wide receiver, Tennessee.
Wow. Josh Palmer. Let's see what the book is on him, folks.
They leave Los Angeles. Where could you see them going? You didn't think they can go back to San Diego?
I am going to say mum on that one. I'm going to say mum on that one. I'll tell you when we're not on. I'll tell you when we're not on. How's that?
Got it. The moon. We'll say that.
Yeah, the moon. Actually, it's about right. Palmer's sure-handed receiver with long arms and a good body control.
Nice.
Top speed to threaten vertically and rip off yards after the catch. He's 6'1", 210, though. That's the thing. Look at that. Do you see that toe tap?
Mm-hmm.
And he
Really
plays the X out there, runs
Nice
the flow pattern, and makes the nice catch. I like how he gets his body under control when he gets in the end zone.
Good pickup for a 3rd rounder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tough competitor with a potential development and sufficient route runner. Next, we have the Vikings and then the Raiders twice. Let me see what you guys are saying. Simba King, Jets might go to the playoffs, but not the Super Bowl.
I don't see the Jets going to the playoffs. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't see it. I think the Bills are really good. I think the Dolphins are legit. And I would not be shocked if the Patriots are back in it. So having the Jets, like, the AFC. Huh?
Here's a candy bar game. I'm not going to say drinking game. I'll call it a candy bar game. Next time you spot a black guy or gal in an NFL draft room, eat a candy bar. At least take a bite. Take a bite.
Gummy bears, does that count?
That counts. That counts. Gummy bears counts. Yes.
Gummy bears do count.
Yeah, I have an apple. I have an
Thank you. Thank you, Haribo.
I haven't seen anybody yet.
Oh, hi, Troy Vincent. I have not seen you at all today.
He's the league office. He doesn't count, unfortunately. Mr. Vincent.
With the 78th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Chaz Surratt.
Chaz Surratt.
Chaz Surratt.
Chaz Surratt.
Chaz Surratt. Chaz Surratt. Pre-draft analysis, undersized, that's excellent instincts and sideline-to-sideline range. He's 6'2", 229, North Carolina. And they say he breaks on the ball well, has above-average upside when it comes to matching up in man coverage, and flashes, which means he does well, as a pass rusher on digital images.
Mm-hmm.
He says 27 touchdowns.
Ooh.
I was kind of hoping Russell Wilson was going to be in a Raider uniform. Oh, well.
He's undersized, but, for a guy that's the same undersized, he can hit pretty well.
Simba King is going off.
Nice. You see the coverage right here.
I see. But Simba King has lost his mind. He's like become a Zach Wilson plant. He says he's going to become the greatest quarterback of all time. He's going to win 6 Super Bowls.
I see someone at Chasterout's house is wearing a Mario shirt with Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi, respectively.
I gotta see.
And then right as well as his dog is right there, as well as a hat for every single team.
Hey, Vinny, what do you think of this argument? You're in Jets country.
Yes, I am in Jets country.
You've been staying away from this argument.
I can tell you right away. The argument is that there's no way I can see the Jets making the playoffs in a increasingly tough AFC and an especially tough AFC East.
There you go. Here are all right. The Raiders are on the clock.
Back to back on the clock. So even once they make their pick, they'll still be on the clock. So consider this to be a double whammy.
Mel's, team needs, defensive end, defensive tackle, quarterback, safety. Some would say quarterback. There ain't no quarterback there. Quarterbacks are gone now.
They ain't taking a quarterback right here.
No. Aw. Wow. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Zenny 62 live NFL draft coverage. And you know what? I'm certain, golly, I'm definitely off my my rocker here. Let me see.
They got tackle. They got tackle. They got safety. I think they're going to go with someone. What position do you think they're? I think they're gonna have maybe a linebacker. I feel like they're gonna take a linebacker for at least one of these two picks.
I think it's gonna be a linebacker myself. I think they're gonna continue feeding off the defensive trough there. Oh, I got from Alex Fitch. This is the great, the press release for the draft. This is from Mr. Relevant, my longtime friends at Mr. Irrelevant NFL Draft Week have sent this press release they've asked me to share with you, which I'm about to do. And he says, yeah. And it looks like this, folks. Hold on a second. Gotta change screens here. Let's see here. Share.
In 2005, Dr. Pepper said 3
share screen.
to perfect the impossible.
Now, Mr. Relevant is the last player name taken. Gets the Lozman Trophy. Here is the press release, and it reads, "Irrelevant or not, it's draft time." And they're saying scouts, analysts, and fans are calling the 2021 NFL Draft the most unpredictable one yet. Rumors are starting that teams are wanting to trade late-round picks in the 6th and the final 7th round for selections next year, since there is such little information on these prospects because of the coronavirus delayed and shortened college football season. The unorthodox football season and off-season has the folks at Irrelevant Week absolutely thrilled for Mr. Irrelevant 56.
No, that's a 46.
Thank you, 46. This year's Mr. Irrelevant could very well be the ultimate underdog given the circumstances stemming from the coronavirus pandemic. Quote.
Let's not forget also for the don't forget shout out to Ryan Suckup, a Mr. Irrelevant, the very first Mr. Irrelevant to start and win a Super Bowl.
There you go. I'm excited about this draft in particular, just because of how inconsistent the college football season was. Alex Fitch, hey Alex, a key staff member at Relevant Week, and the daughter of Royal League CEO Melanie Solana Fitch. It just makes it that much more unique to see who really shines and goes in the draft. You might have to look at players from smaller schools and not the traditional Power 5 programs. I'm hoping the NFL coaches put that perspective on the lens. It should be really exciting. The Irrelevant Week staff is also excited about the opportunity to celebrate this year's Mr. Irrelevant as regulations and restrictions are being lifted across the nation while the U.S. continues its fight against COVID-19. Last year marked the first time in Irrelevant Week history that Irrelevant Week did not take place. New York Giants linebacker Tay Crowder, a.k.a. Mr. Irrelevant
45.
Out of the University of Georgia, thank you, was featured in a recent ESPN.com story and says he regrets. Oh, here wait, hold on a second, folks. Here come the Raiders. The pick is in. Let's get back to the action there, and we'll be back. Here come the Raiders, folks.
Ian Rappaport saying that Ian Book could potentially get drafted by the Raiders.
Oh, that's right. Ian Book is there. I said there are no worthy quarterbacks available. Wrong.
He also says the Broncos and the Cowboys as well, but I don't know. It could go either or. They have 2 picks back to back. So if you don't take it here, you can take it the next one.
I'm going to get the reactions. I'm going to get Vinny's reaction here. This is the reaction video, right?
Mine's a little bit ahead.
This is the reaction video. This is a little bit ahead. Here's video.
Mine's a little bit ahead. Raiders have back-to-back picks here. I remember last time I know off the top of my head in the 3rd round when this happened was back in 2018 when I had a whole board up and the Bengals took 2 back-to-back picks. I don't remember exactly who they were, but they remember doing just like mainly this one, and they had another one.
No black guys in there. No black folks in there. So
they aren't. Well, no candy for you. No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no candy. Well, Darren Waller, 6th tight end in history with 100 more receptions in a season.
There's Mark Davis. I saw Mark Davis sitting there, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at both ESPN and I'm also looking at NFL Network. I have NFL Network right here. Let's see who's coming out. Is that Troy Vincent again? That'll be such a shock. Oh, no, Alec Ingold's here. Alec Ingold.
Yeah, he's supposed to be one of the guys that.
There he is.
Oh, here we go.
Fullback glove.
Raiders.
Willie Brown, he gives a shout out.
Of carrying on this tradition with the Raiders and reminding everybody next weekend is Mother's Day.
That's right.
Call your mom.
Absolutely.
Groceries. Tell her you love her. Tell her you miss her. Take care of your moms, man. They run this thing.
That's right.
Always do that.
With the 79th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Malcolm Kuntz.
Ooh, Buffalo. Edge.
A linebacker. I told you it's going to be a linebacker.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
A linebacker.
Pick.
Oh.
80th pick.
Linebacker. And
here
now,
it comes.
6'3". Here's another one. Number 2. There's number 2.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Divine Diallo.
Back-to-back linebacker. Back-to-back linebackers. I repeat, back-to-back linebackers for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Back-to-back linebackers. Now,
so no Ian Book, I'm sorry, but you will not be wearing the silver and black, but at least you could hope if you could wear orange or you could wear the star in your helmet.
The Raiders are serious about defense. Back-to-back. There you go.
Their defense was doo-doo last year.
Nice.
Their defense was doo-doo last year, if I could say so myself. And, this helps out your defense quite a bit. Yeah, he kicked butt at Notre Dame. Y'all in a book, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all going to Super Bowl 13-4 or 12-3. I don't know. So I'm so used to 16 games.
So it's a hit with Raider fans. Not bad.
This Devon Diablo, but he said he's listed as a safety. Interesting.
Tweener.
Tweener, yeah. Just like a edge, you can be either a linebacker or a defensive end. But hey, I like this pick. I think it helps out, your safety. I think it helps out your defensive back. I think it helps back your. I think these are two very, very solid contributors that you've added to your defense, which really needed help last year. And you just got Virginia Tech's leader in interceptions last year. Not a bad pickup.
Now they're
For
younger.
Tweener too, very versatile.
The Raiders are younger and faster on defense. They're younger and faster.
And don't forget, Harold loved speed, didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought so. Because you'd be very happy. One second.
Raiders go for defense with two back.
Oh, there's Brian Flores and one other black guy in the studio. So, fortunately, for the occasion,
you saw
some gummy bears. There's some blacks. There's some African Americans there. So we have some. So
the Dolphins. I'm just getting the camera. So yeah.
Love this suit. It's like a Spartan soldier almost.
Mm-hmm.
Or Matthews. Byron Jones right here for Miami.
Shout out to the Miami Dolphins organization for giving the opportunity to be here. Shout out to Caleb. That being said, with the 81st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Hunter Long,
Tight end here. Tight end.
Boston.
Someone to pair up with Mike Gesicki.
So we got looking back to we got Hunter Long, and there is the book on him, Mr. Long.
There's his family, very excited to see him. Very excited. Everyone's cheering. There's there's 5 people with him up on the couches, and behind the couches there's at least 7, maybe 8 or 9 other people behind him. There's
that movie put on him. Wow, wide open. Boom.
And next 4 picks will go to Washington, Carolina, Dallas, and Tennessee.
So he looks like Gronk.
He does makes sense. He's a tight end. He kind of has that build.
I mean, he plays. I'm telling you, the way he runs patterns, he plays like Gronk.
Gronk's face himself kind of reminded me a bit of Channing Tatum's head.
Look, he runs like Gronk.
Mm-hmm. Not bad pickup. The Dolphins. They're legit. They're going to be legit. Just watch.
Boom.
This team's young and this team's hungry.
That guy's got Gronk written all over him. That's fun. They're
both in Florida.
Yeah.
And they're going to be playing against each other, so we get to see the true Gronk and Lil Gronk against each other.
He completed the Rubik's Cube in 47 seconds. And that's an
interesting trivia fact.
That's not a Gronk move.
No, I don't think Gronk knows he's that good with the Rubik's Cube. I don't know for sure. I don't know him, but I'm just taking a guess here. I don't think he's. Maybe one of his brothers is, but he definitely is not.
1544 is 40 times. But his football IQ is off the charts.
Okay, here comes the. There it is.
Why should your business go hybrid? When I'm in a race, I should be focused on taking a corner.
And uploading the
Worried about engine temperatures.
Raiders video on their defensive selections. There we go. All right.
But with a hybrid cloud approach with IBM.
Hey, so Vinny, you saw the Dolphins War Room? I missed it.
Yeah, the Dolphins War Room I saw on NFL Network. There was Brian Flores and one other African American. And so I fortunately did take the candy
it wouldn't be the same.
Took the candy for the Also, Zenny, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the compensatory picks that the NFL added in place for the teams who had minorities choose positions for other teams and head executive or head coach? So what do you think of that?
I think it's a good start.
I think it's definitely a good start. I agree.
But I think it's a great start. But I think the league needs to do what they started doing. And I mean, I use myself as an example. I think the NFL's put me in a position to get to know a number of owners and do something that I really haven't done, which is engineer a job for myself. Mm-hmm. And so I think what the league needs to do, and people like Jerry Jones, they need to be mentors to African-American players regarding business, because our number one problem is lack of confidence.
Definitely.
That's where, I mean, it's a big deal to have somebody just tell you how they got in the business, give you advice. And I don't think the league does that. Now think about this. The league is ran by billionaires.
White billionaires, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about... Hold on a second. What are they saying about Watson here?
Been interested in trading for Deshaun Watson. Given his legal situation, that has not changed the interest, at least going into the draft. That as of now, the Texans have not engaged with anyone about potentially dealing him. So what the Texans did was, at the most important position, take a player with traits they liked. He's now under contract for 4 years. Tyrod Taylor's under contract for just 1 year. And whatever happens, at the least, this is insurance, Rich.
That's the in-depth report with the latest on the back lending perspective.
And look, hey, look at the Dolphins draft room on ESPN. The Dolphins have not one, but two. They have three non-black, four. They have four.
They had a lot. The Washington has decent amount too. I saw three, maybe four.
They have they have, of course, Ron Rivera, Latino. There's two African American as well. Three African American, excuse me, three.
Washington making a pick.
Okay.
They've already taken earlier this round.
Mine's a little bit ahead. It's De'Ami Brown, wide receiver, North Carolina, and they compare him to Terry McLaurin, who is now his teammate in DC.
Huh.
This year, he gets on top and
everybody welcome, by the way.
Fitzmagic's gonna have so much fun. Or,
there we go.
Carol Heineke, either one. Either one works at this point.
Let's get the comments here. Let's see here.
He leads North Carolina as the only wide receiver in school history to go 50 catches and 1,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. So even though he's had
defense just got better. 4-12, laugh out loud.
Remember, but don't forget there's 17 games, so it's going to be 5-12 or it's going to be 4-13. Make up your mind, Raiders SP 78.
Good point. I don't think that. Hey, Vinny, he wasn't saying the Raiders go 4-12. Somebody else was.
You said 4-12 again. Remember, 17 games. It's 17 games now. They made the CBA. It's 17 games.
Oh, no. I brought that up. I'm saying he's not saying they'll do that. He's a fan of the Raiders. He's a fan. He's saying that somebody else said that. I was following the conversation earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. And Gruden finally listened. Nah.
Michael Irvin's giving Troy Vincent a big old hug and a kiss, too.
Those guys had some battles. Texas Stadium. And
they sure did.
With the 83rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Tommy Tremble, Tight end, Notre Dame.
Tommy Tremble, tight end, Notre Dame. This kid's explosive. This kid's explosive, and he really helps out. He's basically also another lineman too, as this is a kid that has also been known in his time in Notre Dame as showing that if you need him to block, he'll block for you, and he'll basically be like another tackle.
He's not the fastest guy, though.
No, he's not the fastest, but he can block.
I guess that's why he fell so far.
Of course, but then again, the drop off between Kyle Pitts and Pat Freiermuth is a pretty steep drop. So you get what you get.
See him going up to the linebacker here and taking care of it there as well. All that we've just seen is him blocking. There aren't a lot of opportunities he had catching the football. Here he is working out to the corner on one last one. But I'm telling you, you see the flashes. When he gets downfield, he can separate. This dude can really, really run, and he is a classic example of he's going to be a much better pro than what you saw in college.
AC Horn, Terrace Marshall.
3 targets.
Brady Christensen, and now Tommy Tremble. So the Panthers so far have addressed corner, they've addressed wide receiver, they've addressed offensive tackle, and they've addressed tight end. They have one other pick in the 3rd round. They'll be pick 89.
Cowboys, pick us in. If you're wondering, Charles Davis, good for him.
Hello, Charles Davis. There's Joe Klatt right there. There's Rich Eisen, and of course Daniel Jeremiah, who's basically become NFL Network's new Mike Mayock. Now that Mike Mayock is the general manager of the Raiders, I wonder if Daniel Jeremiah, if he becomes GM, if he'll do the same thing, whereas he just watched the national championship game and just calls it a day. I don't think so, but we'll see. Everyone loves Michael Irvin. Every fan base wants a bit of him. Everyone.
That's a super spreader if I ever saw one.
Corey Vincent again.
I hope all those people are vaccinated.
Me too.
With the 84th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Chauncey Golston, defensive end, Iowa.
Nice help on the edge.
I wonder if he's any one of Vernon Golston's with an H. That's different.
Well, fortunately, there's no H, so you don't have to worry, Anthony. You don't need to worry.
He's got the size you like, though. He's 6'4", 269.
I'm sure everyone knows the Iowa's uniforms, I always get it mixed up with the Steelers. Even when I'm seeing games for them, I always think, are they playing against the Steelers?
Mm-hmm.
The trade just happened. The Green Bay Packers just traded for the 85th pick, and the Tennessee Titans got the 92nd overall pick and even the 135th pick, which is the one in the 4th round.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to check on my mom. Make sure she's okay.
With the Green Bay Packers, I'm not going to jinx it, Rich.
Packers made a move.
Okay.
You've been trying to give that receiver for a while, DJ. I've been trying. It hasn't been working. I'm not saying anything. You kept saying, the Packers are surprised with Elijah. No, didn't do it again.
Okay, well, here we go. Here comes
Donna Ponte.
Donna Ponte to make this selection.
She's like 3rd in command. She's a legend too.
With the 85th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select
Wide receiver Aaron is finally happy. And what do you know? What's his comparison? Randall Cobb. Rodgers gets Rodgers. That's going to really make him happy.
Look at the comp.
Maury Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, same thing. Hopefully one appeases the other.
Rodgers. Hopefully we have the other Rodgers throwing to this Rodgers because he's fun, man. He gets in the slot. He's very elusive. He's outstanding after the catch. Some teams working on it at running back at that Clemson Pro Day because you see after the catch, he's able to run through tackles. Again, another one of these guys with that toughness to work in the middle of the field. Aaron Rodgers is able to get him the ball in seams. There's no fear whatsoever in the way that he plays. He's got strong hands.
Finally, a receiver. Aaron is finally happy.
Deep wide receiver draft. That's good value. So just when you think, well, they have a Rodgers, they get a Rodgers.
Going to the commercial break with little Tina Turner, I see.
That's just happening.
In the driver's seat on.
Nice car sales? You're in the driver's seat. From here.
Back.
To here. Start your purchase online and browse our wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with beautiful delivery options. When you're ready, we're ready.
Your cravings have been taken to new heights, where seasoned beef and crispy potatoes cozy up inside of a warm tortilla. So enjoy the view for just $1. The $1 beefy potato meal, only at Taco Bell. Baby, I love you. Why is it often
We're delivering for the earth by investing in more electric vehicles, reusable packaging, and carbon capture research, making Earth our priority.
I'm back, folks. We're back. Okay.
Since 2005,
hey, Joseph Bensman. Hold on a second.
Peter
Joseph
Thompson. I had Jabril. Joseph Benson. LOL. Interesting.
Huh?
Joseph Benson says LOL. Interesting.
They had a
Yeah. Oh, hey, Joseph, I think the Giants had a great draft. They got solid players that are, first of all, they're fast and definitely plug and play at their positions. I can't wait to see. My favorite pick the Giants got is Aziz Ansari from Georgia.
He's their best pick, easily.
He's going to be a first-year impact player for the Giants. Watch. And my prediction is he'll remind some people of Lawrence Taylor if they use him the way that I think they might. So quite exciting. Quite exciting. There you go. What do you think, Vinny?
I think I agree with you. I believe that he was easily their best pick. Now let's just hope that they use him in the way that I hope they use him. That's my personal opinion. I think they did reach a little bit for Coney, but I did really like the pick of Aziz here.
How do you like your quarterback, Daniel Jones?
I think this is his last year as a starter unless he gets it together. That's my personal opinion.
Wow. Interesting.
But I do hope he does get it together. I mean, they're giving him the help. They're giving him an extra wide receiver. They're helping him out on the O-line. They got Kenny Galladay. I mean, you better help. Better be good for them now.
We have one woman in a war room, and that is actually for.
I see two women actually. I see one woman. I see one woman on the left side, and the other woman with the glasses on the. I think they both have glasses actually.
That's
Both
the Vikings, folks.
I see a blonde and I see a brunette.
That's the Vikings. So you know what? We took a bite of the apple. Yeah.
Goal.
The rule is every time we see a person of color or a woman in a draft room, we take a bite of an apple or eat candy. Well,
Don't take a swig of alcohol. There's a chance you could be drunk, and you don't want that. Here's a Ponte. The fan is just sitting there, just looking kind of just gruzzled with his Viking horns.
With the 86th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Wyatt Davis, guard.
Wyatt Davis, guard from Ohio State, was just taken. Catch and absorb, pass pro, knockoff power, average athlete. Height 6'3", 5 1/8", and a weight 315 pounds.
And here's the rest on him, folks. Boom. It says Davis plays with.
They loved him. He opted back into the season after opting out when the Big Ten came back. And Charles, how about the bloodlines for Wyatt Davis?
Yeah.
There's his whole family.
Cook, Alexander Madison are going to love him. But you mentioned the bloodlines.
Wait. Oh my God! Wyatt Davis is the grandson of Willie Davis. Wow.
Willie Davis of the Packers.
Yep, and he gets to play for their division rival.
Yeah.
Wow. Rest in peace, by the way, Willie Davis. If only he could see his grandson. But still, amazing. Great bloodline.
He's a great businessman in Green Bay and a great beverage distributor. Yeah.
What beverages did he distribute?
If memory serves, Budweiser. A number of key beverages. He became very wealthy. Very wealthy.
Good for him. I'm happy he made
Davis for the Packers.
Because, like, you know, the worst thing you could ever see for a legend like that is for them to end up like, you know, well, you know the story with Mike Webster, of course. Like, he was living in terrible.
Yeah,
but fortunately, if there's any silver lining, is that he's the reason why we have CTE. And again, thank you, Benedict Amalu, for thank you again. 49ers trade to the 88th overall pick. In exchange, the Rams get two fourth-round picks. So Jed York there. Can't really see well from this angle. I see a woman. I see a couple women, and I see a person of color. So more.
Unfortunately.
I love that there's just randoms on like water rafts. So cool. As the picks go along, it's like, well, who's that? Who's that?
That Franco Harris again?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Waving that terrible towel, which was actually no, that's not. No, that's not him. That's Run DMC. There's DMC. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer right here. Daryl DMC McDaniels. There he is.
There he is.
Take a look at the stage. Y'all know what this is? This has been my team.
Uh-oh.
My name's DMC. I'm the king of the rock. And on the football field, we won't be stopped.
Wow.
King of the rock, and there is none real.
Whoa. He's got it still.
Oh, Cleveland. Oh, that takes some balls. He is
Kendrick Green, Illinois. The Cleveland, I love you.
Cleveland, I love you. Run DMC. He's one of the members of Run DMC.
Amazing. Awesome.
I love it. You come into Emily. You come into enemy.
Just walking in, just Cleveland, I love you. Cleveland, I love you. Kendrick Green, guard. Really happy with this pick from the Steelers. Now, granted, for me personally, I do, even though I did like the choices of Najee Harris, and I did like the choice of Pat Freiermuth, that's how you say his name, I definitely did feel like they needed some help off the offensive line. But fortunately, we finally have it. It's guard, but they said center, so maybe he will fill in. I think he will fill in Pouncey's spot day one. Just watch.
Well, I think his best spot to compete early is a center, even if guard might be his best spot.
So the Panthers just
made
their selection.
Panthers made their selection.
And it seems like before selection traded it to Houston. Is that correct?
Well, they have the Niners here. Wait a second.
We're going to get the 49ers pick first. They traded two
Okay.
The 49ers, no,
The Rams do have a compensatory pick at the end of the round.
The Texans traded up. Texans just traded up. That's what happened. Texans traded up. The Panthers have been trading back a lot.
Yeah.
For allowing me to be here.
Quality chart.
In the 2021 NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Sermon, running back, Ohio State.
Trey Sermon.
Great choice. Wow.
This guy's a load.
I didn't realize he was still on the board. Wow, that's a great steal. That's a steal for the Niners.
I called a steal myself. I honestly thought he was going to go, if he went in the third round, I was expecting very early. I wasn't expecting the middle portion.
I thought his 40 time is actually better than that. I thought it was on the high fours, but they had a 4.59. And if that's what they were going by, no wonder he fell so much. But I would not have passed on him. No, he's going to be
This is a steal right here, pick 88. Now the Texans had the next pick. But like I said, the Panthers have been trading back a lot. Like they've traded back at least 3 times, maybe 4 times now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, quick basketball word, folks. Jason Tatum scored 60 points for the Celtics tonight.
He scored 60 points? He scored 60?
Yeah, he scored 60 points for the Celtics. Thank you, Joseph Blinsky.
Wow. Big news right there.
Yeah.
And they won in overtime against the Spurs. They won in an overtime fashion against the Spurs.
The Spurs.
Big game. The Celtics really need it. They're at the 7th seed.
Wow.
Granted, for this year, the top 10 teams in each conference make the playoffs. But listen, the Celtics, they needed this performance very, very badly. And the Spurs in the same predicament as them. And, Jason Tatum, you just cemented yourself in NBA history right there. Amazing, just absolutely amazing.
And that's the
amazing performance.
Hey, right there. There's my Raiders draft grade. Hey, there you go. How about you, Vinny?
I'd say it's A. I really do enjoy what they've done so far. Even though I thought Leather was a little bit of a reach, I loved their selection. I absolutely adored their selection of Mooring over in pick 43. And also for the Raiders as well, I'm happy that they doubled down on linebacker help, going with Malcolm Kuntz and Divine Diablo, the swing, both kind of swing kind of guys. So you really help your defense that wasn't good last year. You got a defense that's young and feisty and ferocious, and especially in the AFC West, where you're trying to compete with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, knowing that they have new offensive linemen, this is going to be crucial to stop him and Justin Herbert. And for all we know is if Aaron Rodgers gets to Denver too, you're going to need defensive help real bad. But it's always good to better be safe than sorry. I love it. I said it's better be D+.
Yeah. Hey, Peter Thompson, why do you give the Raiders a D grade in the
D+.
draft?
1 second, bro.
Why? Where's that coming from? I mean, it's a free country. Everybody has right to their own opinion. But a D? I'm just curious. A D. Are you guys a fan of the 49ers ticket? Yes, absolutely. There's nothing to help improve the run through. Yeah, it does. But why'd you give them a D? A D. I mean, especially since you just gave them a compliment, and you gave them a D. I'm so confused. I don't know. Yeah, there's the dog. There's Bill's dog. It's a dog. It's a big dog. There's a dog. That's funny. That's funny.
year. Texans 4th and 5th this year and a 4th next year. And I think that used to belong to the Rams. And so the Texans trade up to get who? It's time to find out.
Let's see what the Texans are going to do.
With the 89th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Nico Collins.
Nico Collins from Michigan. Wow. Another a great, long-rangey, destructive wide receiver who runs a 4.4 40. We can line up at tight end if you wanted him to do that, or light him up at the X split end, right? This is a guy that could start, especially for the Texans. So watch out for that name, Nico Collins. He opted out last year. A lot of opt-outs.
I like it was a unique year last year. What can I say? Nico Collins, I like this pick for the Texans. No,
that reach with both picks, we didn't need to trade up.
Gene A. Rogers, knowing it's a different guy, it's very weird.
But
I don't drop for a reason, yeah, but keep in mind, like, but those reasons doesn't necessarily mean the guy is going to be a bum or that was just a waste of a pick. Like, keep that also in mind.
It had nothing to do with his condition. He didn't have a heart problem or anything like that. So, I mean,
yeah, a lot of reasons.
Sometimes, folks, things don't line up to where a player goes where you think they should go. I mean, in this draft, there are a lot of great, fast safeties, okay? So, and teams have unique needs. That happens. That happens. The Vikings pick is in.
David Culley, longtime receiver coach, just gets Nico Collins and used him. Latest pick for the Vikings. You seem to be picking every 5 seconds. Here we go.
With the 90th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Patrick Jones, defensive end, Pittsburgh.
Patrick Jones.
Jones can really rush the quarterback. Had 2 adversaries there at Pittsburgh.
Great effort that this kid had.
Yeah. That well, had a little bit of a hamstring, did not run very fast, but he's a good football player when you study him. Got that first step quickness and just has a knack.
I'm trying to find, let's see here.
Somebody that when you talk to the school, not only does he have that production that you see there, they love him as a person.
Trying to find,
the players had left, he was one of them. They ended up getting a game at the last minute. He came back. They did not expect him to
trying to find,
into his training, but he wanted to be there with his guys and finish it up. Well, I mean, in 4th, 3rd round selections for the Vikings,
yeah.
a little bit of everything.
I am trying to find that link I sent you guys, Vinny. There it is. Okay.
Browns picking next.
Yeah.
Pick is in.
Yeah.
4 different positions, 4 different picks, 3rd round, 2nd out of the draft.
Dan seemed pretty pumped and excited.
A little bit rich with some of these defensive selections.
Make a phone call. Hold on a second.
Take your time.
You know, Anthony selections that this defense has been so good for so long. Needs some reinforcements. You know, Anthony Barr, right? Kendricks in the middle. They need some reinforcements. They got Chaz Surratt. Then those defensive ends that they picked. Those guys for fast.
Myles Garrett.
So here we go. The latest Cleveland Brown selection in this place is about.
Here he is, Myles Garrett.
There he is.
The one and only Myles Garrett.
Oh.
Brownstown.
Or to DMC, I like to say, this is a Browns town, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. With the 91st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Anthony Schwartz, wide receiver out of Auburn.
Wide receiver.
Anthony, that is a jet sweep guy. That's the guy you get. You need somebody around a jet sweep.
We got their jet sweep guy.
That's that's the guy that I want. That's my jet sweep guy. Okay. So anyway. Yep. Yep. Like I said, he's the guy you get to run a jet sweep. And watch this.
Nice catches.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, frame.
He's fast.
It looks like he just literally ran past the TV.
That's a 4.2 right there. That's a 4.2. Not funny. 4.25. Excuse me. Yeah.
Look at this. Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., Rashad Higgins, and Anthony Schwartz. I have this team winning the division next year. I have confidence in the Browns, and I think they will win the AFC North next year. Yes, I understand it's the same division with the Ravens, and I know that the Steelers are still a team that made the playoffs last year and could still threaten again, but I'm high on the Browns. I'm high on the dog pound.
Well, the Raiders too.
Mm-hmm. AFC North I'm referring to.
Here.
Donna Ponte again.
Yay!
With the 92nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Monty Rice, linebacker.
Monty Rice.
Monty Rice. Monty's your guy, yeah. It says Peter Thompson, Trayvon is good safety. Alex Leatherwood reach, yeah. Alex is not a reach. Folks.
He's not a reach.
He's not a reach. Just because Mel Kiper says he's a reach, he's a reach. It's ridiculous stuff.
Keep in mind, he just won. It's just keep in mind, every single draft expert has a different opinion.
Right.
Every single draft expert, one says it's a reach, one says it. Do you think the players think of that going in? Do you think the executives and the GMs and the coaches think of that? No. They look at a guy on their board and they see someone that they want at that position. If that's your guy, you take your guy. Who cares what other people say? That's what I think.
All I can say is this, okay? Every mock draft I've seen, his name came up. So there you go. Even including ours. So
it's like a lot.
We're all spending more time in our own space, so why not own it?
People listen to the media. I am the media. Listen to me. There you go.
We are the media. You could say that everyone is part of the media at this point, as long as you have one of these things.
We're the media. We're the media. Listen. See, we're the media. Hold on a second.
We are the media.
We're the media. Listen to us. There you go.
Do not get upset at the media. Become part of the media.
That's right. There you go.
Don't like the media being done a certain way?
That's right.
If you don't like the system, infiltrate the system. Be a part of the system. And change the system in the factor and the alignment that you wish it to be aligned in.
Oh, I did want Mills to come to Las Vegas. I think Davis Mills is excellent insurance because the Texans expect to lose Deshaun Watson. And they should, because they really blew it with him. Okay? They really did. But that's another story. Davis Mills is the kind of person that if they play a more conventional Bill Walsh style offense than they did with Watson, will be very effective. So will he be as dynamic? No. No one is as dynamic as Deshaun Watson. Just okay. I want Raiders to win. There we go. The problem is the media always right when they say the Raiders aren't making the playoffs. Yeah, but so what? I mean, look, Everybody's always right when they say the Raiders aren't making the playoffs. You want to know why? It's really hard to make the playoffs. I mean, you can say
plus the Raiders have, outside 2016, they have not made the playoffs ever since they went to the Super Bowl.
Hey, great. So, New York media is the worst. They tell you up and spit you out. The heck with it. There's only one media. Let me tell you, there's only one media. Us. That's it. That's it. I'm serious. All right. So, Cynthia Freeland on Twitter saying Panthers are good. Yeah, I like Cynthia too. I haven't met her directly. She was in the room when I was covering the NFL Big Data Bowl 2 years ago. But yeah, I agree with her. They did. Okay. So, there you go. There you go. So I would say it's now. If you're watching the NFL Network, Peter Schrager was there when I asked Mark Davis why he was working behind the back of the mayor of Oakland. It's actually on Zenny 62. If you look at the video, just show there, he's actually in the back. So, he was like a young reporter. First, I don't know if it was his first NFL spring league meeting or what, but pick us in for the Bills. So we've got. Let's see where we're at.
Gone in Troy.
We are. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 picks from calling it a night, folks. 13 picks. So,
Spencer Brown, tackle, Northern Iowa. Basketball background. He kind of has that basketball kind of build. He's 6'8", so he's a big man. Figuratively and literally. He's huge. Jeez.
Tackle who's got a basketball background. That, you know what that means? That spells I can block you.
He can block, like he's like pushing.
Ooh, yeah.
He just like crushes them afterwards. Like
he reminds me of Colton Miller with more flexible feet. Says Brown has good length, quickness, and foot speed and range. He's strong and blocks the echo of the whistle. Brown has a powerful punch, and he does a good job of resetting his hands and pass protection. But he struggled with speed to power and quick inside moves the week of the Senior Bowl. Interesting. Keep that in mind. And hey, there's the Bills War Room, which is
in Pagula, of course.
Yeah. One woman. Okay, so one woman. We get
one. And you know, she's also, you know, was she a refugee from Korea?
I do not know. I do not know.
Trade secret?
Something I have to search for. I can ask my friend Mike Silver because they just had him on their podcast. So her.
Oh, whoa, wow! She was actually abandoned in the streets of Seoul, South Korea at the age of 5. She has no idea who her parents are. Wow,
that is
great.
What a story!
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
The pick is in for the Ravens. Let's hear what's going on here. And there's Ozzie Newsome at the head table. Eat an apple. There's Ozzie is still the head. Look at that.
Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie.
You'd only be in the Hall of Fame once. I mean,
94th overall, using this pick.
He's just doing this because he loves it.
Well, again, you look at offensive line, that's obviously a place that they believe in going after. Certainly since they traded one away in order to get this selection, that would be something to do. By the way, John Harbaugh and the Ravens did, in fact, pick up the 5th-year option of Lamar Jackson today. But I already knew that because I watched the Rich Eisen. Well done, sir. Thank you for pointing that out.
DJ, your head Quinn Miners is out there.
I know. I'm waiting for him to go. He's one of my favorites. Okay. So here we go.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
I got a ring.
I got a ring.
Ooh.
I got a ring.
Ooh.
I got a ring.
Ooh.
It is what it is. But
Ooh.
I thank the NFL for giving me the opportunity to do this, and I thank the Baltimore organization for giving me the opportunity to do this. Because as a child, you want to do this. So with the 94th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select from Georgia, Ben Cleveland.
Yeah.
Ben Cleveland's like, come on. Look, I'm right here. Like how he's just like up front. Yeah, I'm right here.
Big Ben. Folks, I'm in Georgia, by the way. Big Ben. Big Ben. Big Ben Cleveland. Outstanding. Yeah, he is. This guy is a mountain man. I have an interview with him. He is. No, this dude is crazy. He is like crazy. This guy is gonna. I'm telling you, this guy's gonna be a offensive rookie of the year runner-up. He's gonna be a 3-time Pro Bowler at least his career. Trust me. Remember that name, Glenn Cleveland. This guy
Ben
is
Cleveland. Ben Cleveland. He's the highest graded pass blocking guard in the SEC.
Yeah.
Highest graded pass blocking guard in the SEC. What does that tell you? This guy is a monster.
Wow.
Cody.
Yeah.
He's going from a place that loves to bully and run the ball and is run down like Georgia to a place like.
And I'm going to go and get my because the Bucks get my interview with him and break it out. I've got the Georgia Pro Day interview as one, giant file, right? So,
In ears.
You're the Bucks.
Here's Dawn again.
The Bucks.
With the 95th pick in
Robert Hainsey.
NFL draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Robert Hainsey.
He was good at the Senior Bowl.
Now, there is a tackle that I believe it was the other night. It wasn't Bensman. It was somebody else that was saying that the Buccaneers needed a defensive tackle. And that's
an offensive tackle.
Excuse me. I'm not a defensive tackle, but they really let me strike that. Let me strike that. There are people who believe that the Buccaneers' offensive line needed to be rebuilt, and this man is, along with Tristan Wirfs last year, remember him? Is a key along the path to doing just that. So.
This is the Patriots pick, the compensatory pick for losing Tom Brady.
Here we come.
And afterwards, it's the compensatory pick for the Chargers losing Phil Rivers.
No, exactly. That's right. Look. Ben Cleveland is the GOAT right there. Trust me.
He's good. This kid's good. Nice. Really nice picking for the Bucks.
F plus who? Who y'all talking about?
Okay. Now, Patriots. Who will they take?
Listen, it's hard for the Lions, Raiders, Jaguars, Bengals. You okay? And Jets getting playoffs. What do they have in common? Bottom feeders, bad organizations. Interesting.
Well, yeah. Well, I would say I wouldn't say the Raiders are like, even though they missed the back, I would not say they're as bad as like a team like, let's say the Jets, for instance, because like the Jets are like a team that in these areas, people like to say the Jets are a team that, like it or not, could take advantage of their fan base. And, you know, who knows? Also, speaking of the Jets, has there been any updates on the whole stuff with Woody Johnson back when he was ambassador to the UK? Because there were some, like, allegations of some, like, you know, sexism or something. Like, or some, like, sexism with them. Who knows? Haven't heard much about it since then.
Let's see here. Matthew says more like 10-time Pro Bowler. Goat. D+. What's up with that?
D+ for the choice of Ben Cleveland?
I don't think he means that. I think he's
no. Not a D+. A+. How about an A+? Is that better, Peter? Is an A+ okay?
Yeah, he's not referring to Cleveland though. F+.
F+.
Oh.
F+.
Killing me.
That sounds like it's a contradiction. F+, because like I never see an F+ unless it's like a joke. Ha ha ha! LOL. Matthew J. Evans. Here comes the Patriots pick.
Really? I have confidence the Lions will break my kneecaps. There you go. Of that much, I'm confident. There he is, Ben Cleveland.
Savage, 21. 21 Savage.
That was yesterday and today.
It didn't look like this. Especially during
right?
Will was only been here for like early in the second round. Biggest season ever. Indeed it is. Until when they eventually expand to 18 games. There's Matt Patricia. And there's also Bill Belichick. Unfortunately, everyone, Nike is not here to draft the picks as well, but you know, for all we know, he might be calling in via Zoom.
That's not at home. That's their normal place. Remember, last year they were at Bill's home.
I know. That's a joke.
Okay. The pick is in. Here we go.
Patriots Hall of Famer.
Nice.
Stanley Morgan.
Yeah.
You know, he was actually very close to being a finalist for the Hall of Fame last year. Not joking. Like I heard that Stanley Morgan was like, in terms of wide receivers, surprised I know Dilwig was there, but before Pearson they were saying Branch and they also said Morgan.
Oh, here. Hold on.
He was amazing, like 19 yards per catch.
Stanley Morgan.
With the 96 pick, 2021 NFL draft, the New England Patriots, 21-time AFC Eastern champions, 11-time AFC champions, 6-time Super Bowl champions.
Ronnie Perkins from Oklahoma, edge rusher, goes to the Patriots at pick 96 in the third round. They needed edge. They get their edge help.
Oklahoma. And what I like these defensive linemen who played in the Big 12 or the SEC as well, because they have the experience taking on the linemen that play in the NFL, because generally they came from the same schools. So you can't go wrong in lower rounds going with players like this one.
Nope.
Oh. He keeps hyping it. Oh. There you go.
Ronnie Perkins.
Nobody's got any masks on, man. What's up with that?
I just hope they're all vaccinated.
You know what? Chances are they're not. Oh God, that's like.
Well, no. Let's just say it wouldn't be the worst super spreader that happened in Oklahoma.
Well, I guess not. The thing about it is, oh boy, when are folks going to learn?
Poor Herman Cain. But then again, it was also his choice not to wear a mask either.
Yeah, well, no, that was You can see that coming. I hate to say that.
Yeah, it's a shame too. Like,
yeah. Kick is in. Here comes. Dunk.
tight end, that's their replacement for Hunter Henry.
Los Angeles Chargers select
Trey McKinney.
Georgia.
Another one. Wow, Trey is a great selection.
I like this pick a lot for the Chargers.
Trey McKinney ran some of the best routes in the SEC, and like that one, for example, and some of those creative play calling and schemes. If I'm not mistaken, this is where he goes across. Well, that's a blocking example, but he is ready in that. See, look at this one, right? All right. Mm-hmm. There are a number of routes that Georgia ran that are state of the art in the National Football League. So he's plug and play. That's a great selection right there.
Absolutely. I love it.
I hope so, Matthew. I hope so, man. Bro, I hope so.
Pick is in for the Broncos.
Trey McKinney. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Georgia is like ruling the draft right now. He's right.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Georgia guys recently.
I'm telling you, you know what? Watch for Georgia.
Vaccinated, well, at least we hope they're vaccinated.
with all these Crimson Tide players going, watch for Georgia to make their move in the SEC this year. Now that we have a more normalized situation.
Alabama's still going to be competitive, so don't rule them out either.
Say it again?
Don't worry, Alabama's still going to be very competitive, so don't rule them out either. But might be a little bit easier, but don't let it get to your head.
Crush, kill, destroy, crush, kill, destroy, crush, kill, destroy. If anyone ever saw Lost in Space, there was an episode where the robot, his programming got a little rewired, and so he kept,
Lost in Space.
Yeah, crush, kill, destroy. 1967. There you go.
Rana Ponte again.
Yes. Here she goes. Here she comes.
Quinn Miners, guard from Wisconsin Whitewater.
The Denver Broncos select Quinn Miners, guard,
Wisconsin. Wow.
Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yep. And
this kid is
strong.
Look at this.
Strong.
He like just charges at.
I think he's one of the stronger players coming out. I think something like 37 or 38 or 39 reps. Really a strong dude that you want to get to drive block. I mean, it's not fair that he does some of the things that he does on the field, but he does do them.
Only Division III player to be invited to the Senior Bowl. That says something. That tells you a lot.
It says he's got
a Division III player from Wisconsin Whitewater, a team that looks like they took the Philadelphia Eagles logo and just remodified it almost like what you would see at like a local high school.
Peter says Broncos pick. So tell a lot of marchers. What does this say? It tells us what? Nothing.
He literally just killed this poor tree, this innocent tree he just killed.
He does that. Oh.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Ben Cleveland does some of this too, folks.
It's even more impressive when you're a Division III guy and you're doing this.
See, what you really want to have is you want to have Ben Cleveland and this guy on the same team.
offer to play college football, right? And he goes from that to being the MVP basically in the O-line for the national team.
Impressive story.
Before the Senior Bowl, 49ers was talking to his agent Ron Slade, trying to figure out
Okay,
how to show everyone what he's got, how to really stand.
Let the belly breathe. That's the motto. That's the moral of the story. Let the belly breathe.
We have 7 picks left, folks. Yep.
Losing Byron Jones, they get picked 99. Gone again. We have definitely not seen her before. Oh, this time.
Cowboys. I just fell asleep, folks.
Deshaun Wright, Oregon State cornerback.
Folks, I'm not tired. It's been a long day. I just fell asleep.
A 40-yard dash of 4:47. Don't worry, Zenny. There's only 6 more picks to go, and you can clock it out for the night.
Let me see something here. Oh,
I see a woman and I see a black guy with glasses. I don't know.
Yep.
Steven Jones. There's Jerry Jr.
This kid is a legit corner, and they got it that way.
The guts.
There it is. Wow. That's your free flag.
Oh, I keep trying, but oh well. The guy.
We're hitting the triple digits here. Tennessee Titans up next. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Trying to find out if we can come on our show and talk before Mr. Relevant tomorrow. Should have caught you earlier in the week, but my schedule was awful. I'm sure yours was too. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Was trying to get Alex or her mom, or both of them, to come on and talk about Irrelevant Week tomorrow. They have texted me and called me, but I can't get them on. Hey, wait a minute. We got a star here. It's Joseph.
Hey. Joseph, how you doing? So great to see you again. How you been?
Good. Hanging in there.
Oh, good. I'm so happy you're still. I'm so happy you're doing good. I'm so happy you're here to speak with us in the flesh.
Great
Yeah,
to see
appreciate
you,
it.
Joseph. Great to see you. How you feeling? How do you feel?
All right, hanging in there.
Yeah, hey, you're with us, man. That's what is most important. Hey, what do you think of the Raiders draft so far?
Well, initially, I'm trying to think of a more positive approach. Initially, I was disappointed. And let me clarify this, because I know that a lot of people that have been disappointed, not necessarily in Leatherwood himself, but the opportunities of having an opportunity to move up or pick someone of a generational player, such like a Parsons or like you, Barmore, Darrisaw. And so it's not a knock on Leatherwood, but when you look at the draft, how it unfolded, I don't think nobody was going to reach it up and grab him. So I think he was a second-round pick. Having said that, what I noticed, at least with the second round, is that there was a trend following, and maybe Vinny could agree with me with this, is that when you had Richie Grant get picked right away, that tells you that they're after a safety. And there was only top 2 safeties that I think were worth the pick would be Richie Grant or Morig. And I think at that point they realized, well, let's move up a little bit, because it seems like they're after the safeties. And they reached up and grabbed Morig, which I think is you couldn't go wrong with either Grant or Morig.
Very, very happy with the choice of Morig. I actually had him as my number 1 safety in this draft, and I thought, very happy that the Raiders traded up with their old Bay Area rival and snagged him from TCU. And yeah, the pick is in also for the Tennessee Titans. Coming up in just a bit. Also, Joseph, how's your mother been?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How's your mother been?
Oh, good. She's just being pulled in many different directions because of my grandma passed away, so she's taking care of my grandfather.
Oh, sorry.
So,
well,
man. No, I think. Hey, Joseph. I think. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Elijah Molden was just taken. Washington. He's a nickel safety. He's a nickel corner safety. This guy has a strong shoulder.
Let's see what we got.
460, 40-yard dash. Jeez,
here's the thing: is next are the Lions. Hey, Joseph, I like this of all Raider drafts. I like the best, and the reason is that. And let me clarify: of all the Raider drafts, are the Gruden, okay? And the reason is that I wasn't jazzed on Colton Miller because I felt that they could have had Lamar Jackson. And then, no, not Lamar Jackson. He wasn't available then, but the running back. I'm trying to think of the running back that I wanted them to take that they passed on, but they didn't get him. That was they went down and got Colton Miller. They went down and got him. And then the year that Jackson was there, they got Cleveland Farrell. And Cleveland Farrell was a gigantic reach, and it wasn't until the lower rounds that they did better. This time, I don't see the Raiders doing any trickery, if I will. I mean, they're getting people that are really good and fill a need at the same time. And that's the best you could hope for. The coaching. Oh, here we go.
Ifatu Melifonwu from Syracuse, corner from has been taken by the Lions. Interesting. I'd expect that they'd be taking a receiver by now, but I guess not. They still have not addressed the wide receiver position, though corner was a very, very, very big need for them. So I'm happy they took one, Melifonwu. Maybe they'll address. Hope they take the. Gotta take one in the next round.
Length and speed to develop into a solid press corner. He played receiver in high school, has ball skills, pro day vertical jump was outstanding, and his length is an asset when it comes to breaking up passes. He flashes the ability to block blocks and has stopping power in run support. So quarterback, that's what you look for. He's a big corner, though. That's the thing. He's big. And to have 8 pass breakups in 2019 for Syracuse is saying something. This might be a steal. This might be a steal. All right. Yeah. This is the minority development pool, folks. And hey, and here comes the Niners, who arguably benefit from this, in an odd sort of way. But since Bill Walsh really pushed this, among others, and Art Rooney. So let's see what they do. The pick is in. The Niners.
Ambry Thomas, Michigan.
Oh.
Ambry Thomas, Michigan. Another corner. Back-to-back. And don't forget, guys, this is the Niners pick for having Robert Saleh become the head coach of the New York Jets. So that means they're not only going to get a third-round pick this year, but they're also going to get one in 2022 and 2023.
Hey, I think Ambry Thomas was a COVID-19 casualty.
I think he was. Yeah, he says opt out of season COVID-19.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because this draft is out of whack. You might think that somebody taking lower rounds is actually not good, but for the fact that, but then consider they're working only off 2019 data for the most part. Let me see this. Ambry Thomas got 3 picks to go, folks. 3 picks.
The Rams pick is in.
Also, in case anyone's curious, the Rams pick, this would happen when their college scouting director, Brad Holmes, was hired for the Lions, their general manager. So that means they're going to get a 3rd rounder this year and next year. The Ravens, their 2020, they get one this year, next year, because David Coley's now the Texans head coach. And the Saints had this, but they went to the Broncos. But this is because Terry Fontenot was hired as the GM for the Falcons, and they get a 3rd round pick for this year and next year.
Now back to the conversation on Ambry Thomas. He opted out. Okay. Mm-hmm. So again, Ambry is another example of, because Rashad Slater also opted out, but he's another example of how really, really good players from 2019 opted out, and I argue are in a sense being penalized for it by being taken later. Because you don't have as much information about it. So I
think Sewell was also same situation.
Right. So this is going to be a really strange draft in terms of the outcome of the players.
And one of the other things that's happened, according to different general managers, including Mike Mayock, is that it wasn't until the last minute many of them were getting medical reports that they had been waiting for because of the COVID situation. They weren't having the medical records sent to them to the last minute. And so a lot of decisions were based on not having, the medical charts or the evaluations done prior to the draft.
That's a big problem.
Yeah. For example, and I think that was the key thing with Morig, is that all of a sudden in his pro day, somebody released a statement that he had his back taped up because he had an injury. And, people weren't ready to pull the trigger because all the medical evaluations hadn't been fully completed.
And it doesn't. And the other consideration is, okay, at the end of the day, how much is this extra information really, depending on what it is, going to change the player? And to contribute, right?
Draft house for the Rams is crazy. They even have like an actual live bighorn chicken. But Les Snead, do you hear that Les Snead got COVID?
Yeah, he got it from.
He's tricked out. Look at that.
The best part about it is the Roger Goodell painting that's actually in the house too.
Hanging in the. But there's nobody there though.
Yeah, because I think
there's a couple people. There's 2 bulldogs.
Well, there we go.
I think that's is this supposed to be Sean McVay, and that's supposed to be his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's his house.
Is that his girlfriend? She looks kind of young. She must be his daughter. So.
Mm-hmm. No, it's his girlfriend. Sean McVay looks older, but he's only in his mid-30s.
He's only in his early 30s, like 30, 34, 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriend's like a big model.
I'm in no position to comment on anybody's age. I'm sorry. Oh.
Here's Don Ponce. Does the female? You have a male dog and you have a female dog. So does the inclusion of does that
You're going off the rails now. Forget it.
Does that count as inclusion?
Ernest Jones, South Carolina. Linebacker.
Yep. More to go.
Miss Jones. Jones is a solid tackler who takes sound angles and chases with good effort. He's more effective dropping into the zone than he is matching up in man, but he has the ability to play the ball, as he intercepted 2 passes and had 7 passes defended in 2019. Here we go. Woo-hoo. Oh well, I'm missing them. Wow, that's too bad.
And the Raiders traded their 141 pick, right, for the Niners to move up?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, okay.
60. Ravens pick is in.
Here we go. Why does this keep going down on me? Okay.
Update.
Ravens are getting rich. Boy.
Rich as a Raven.
The Ravens.
4 straight corners. And then a linebacker. Thanks a lot, Rams, to break up the momentum.
Hey, Joseph.
Yes.
I'll ask you about that off camera. Okay.
Okay.
It's not important. 60 points. Wow. The Celtics came back from a 32-point deficit to defeat the Spurs.
In overtime, Jason Tatum, 60 points. NBA history right there.
Sick. Wow.
Didn't Kobe score more in a single game?
81 points, yeah.
81 points.
Whenever the reason why I say history is because on the single game scoring record for the NBA on the Wikipedia, it's everyone that has at least 60 points or more scored in a single game.
Wow. Great choice,
Brandon. Also, speaking of corners, Brandon Stevens, corner, SMU. So Ravens decided to continue with everyone else in the end of the third round by just taking another corner. I don't think the Broncos will, but for all we know, they could fool us.
You went from running back to corner. That's not, you know what? That's against us. That's not nice. Say, folks, I'm not wearing this Cal shirt for nothing. Okay, look, I'm not wearing this Cal shirt for nothing. This Golden Bears will be back. You mark my words.
Here it is. Broncos pick is in for Denver. The Orange and Navy, who I would, for the sake of Raiders fans, I'm sure they both do or don't want to have Aaron Rodgers potentially get traded to them, but crazier things have happened.
Hey, Peter, we don't have any more picks coming up. So
pick
sorry.
is in.
There's no picks coming up. The Broncos in the other hand.
There's Ron Chapman. Right there, that's sitting on the chair.
Baron Browning, Ohio State, linebacker.
Huh. Brandon.
Nice.
6'2", 245. He did the 40 and 4.55.
Wow. That is a great pick for the Broncos.
And his athleticism was ranked at 99.
Woohoo! His 40 is 4.55.
Awesome. What a great day, too. I really enjoyed this a lot. Wow. Really, really cool. Brandon Browning, prototype frame and athleticism, though they say inconsistent. Inconsistent. That's not exactly a good sign.
Yeah. Congratulations to the league. Wow. I just have
great job putting the show together in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, there's my buddy Tommy. Let's see what's going on here. They're out cocktailing. Let's see what's going on with the NFL draft. Oh, wait a minute. We got to stop and look at my friend Annie here. What's Annie talking about? Annie is I met Annie at the NFL draft in NFL draft in not Nashville, but Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. Here's Annie. I can't hear you, Annie. Let's go back.
And we will go live tonight. We have a lot to talk about.
All right. Let's see what Annie's talking about. Digital creator. She got famous doing these different deals. I don't know if you're here to see that or not.
Jacksonville and New York, San Francisco, you're on the clock. Already? Jeez, okay. Just a second. Hey, come. Yeah, what are you eating? Oh, it's a burger from Five Guys. We all really like Five Guys. Wait a minute. Wait, don't skip us. What if we don't want Sam Darnold? Well, let me think. Well, that would be great because you don't even have. Okay, Archer, we will take. Don't call for an EMT. We have the crash cart ready. No, not yet. They're not choking yet. Go ahead, Atlanta. We will take Kyle Pitts. Great choice. Okay, good. We'll write that down. Trask. Bring it in. Jamar Chase. Hey, have you seen her scar? Look at. Just drafted a wide receiver. Great, that was out. Okay, you know what? Get Bill on the phone. We'll trade. Not call Bill. All right, this is not Cincinnati. I hate it here. Mock draft. Oh, you're mocking our draft, aren't you? No, I get it. No, it's fine. Every year you do it. Hey guys, we're pretty certain of who we want. Hey, that's a good one. Write that down. Staying alive. Huh? Breathe. That's okay. It's a hot. Okay, real quick. We just traded up with Carolina. Gave them Jordan Love, and wow, that was a bad pick. Let me tell you. Never doing that again. We'll take Justin Fields. Yep, this is bad. Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay, today we're going to do a virtual mock draft. So we're just going to run through how you would handle your pick. Let's just skip over Jacksonville. And
so that's Annie. That was what she did 2 days ago. But
I like it.
She started as and it still does sports in Michigan. I met her at the NFL draft in Chicago. And she actually, let me say Chicago, Philadelphia. I'm sorry, Philadelphia. And she was with her colleague. And then she started doing these Instagram. She didn't do anything for the draft this time. She started doing these Instagram posts, and there was one where she would basically take on these different personas, and it just became this viral hit. And so now her agent is Casey Wasserman, and she's done things for ESPN Online. So congratulations to Annie. Always amusing stuff from her. So anyway, guys, what do you think?
I thought it was a pretty good draft.
I was going to bring up something. We saw a streak of cornerbacks go, and I don't know what your thoughts are. I brought it up on a phone conversation with you and Bill. Zenny was Elijah Griffin out of USC.
Yeah, I remember that. There are so many. First of all, I haven't been able to check this, and it would take a fair amount of data research. But and I got to hunt around and see when someone's already done the research. But I believe this is the fastest draft in history. What I even mean by that is in terms of players. You got Kyle Pitts, who runs an insane 40 time all the way around. So my point is that with all these insanely fast wide receivers, you need equally insanely fast defensive backs to keep up with them. And this has been the latest in a kind of an iterative process. First, you have fast offense, defense adjusts, defense gets faster, so the offense adjusts, but the offense also now has to adjust schematically and widen out their formations because these defenders are just way too fast in some cases. And now you've got like Montez Sweat, who's 6'6". He's like Kyle Pitts, but he's on defense. He's a Redskin. Excuse me. He is a Washington football team player. So it's what strikes me is that these players aren't becoming, I think, for the most part, superhuman.
Training regimen. That's what it's been.
Yeah.
Different diets. Yeah.
And different diets, focus, different. If you think about it, we talk about performance-enhancing drugs a lot, but we skip over the fact that there are a lot of legal performance-enhancing drugs. And then now we have a situation where it has been estimated and quantified the amount of money you would make based on your 40 time in the draft.
Yeah.
And, so you couple that with the other economic problems going on. You have all these folks who are trying to get in NFL for meal ticket.
Also, here's another fun fact. There were 8 quarterbacks selected in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft. That is the most in NFL history.
8? Wow.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first round. 1 at the very end of the second, and 2 more at the very beginning of the third. That is 8 in total.
That's a record. Yep.
And what Texans drafted Mills? Was that in the second, late second, or early third?
No, it was the early third. It was the very early third. Kyle Trask was the last pick of the second round.
How you doing, Mom?
I don't understand how the TV in here messed up.
I'll fix it for you. Hold on a second. I'm just going to fix my mom's TV. I'll be right back.
No problem. Take your time.
One of the things that, which has always been the case, being out on the East Coast, a lot of times, half of the NFL doesn't get a chance to see some of the West Coast players.
There's some really good ones.
Elijah Griffin. But I noticed there's certain teams that always try to pick out UCLA players. And, there's certain schools that get attention for whatever reason, some don't.
Maybe John Wooden. Maybe that's still the reason.
Yeah. I just think Griffin could be a potential sleeper for somebody. I don't know if he's going to go in the 4th or 5th round, if at all.
Pac-12. I think the main reason why is because the SEC and even the Big Ten have really cemented themselves as the big schools. Like a lot of emphasis on just the main conferences. But you just saw a guy taken in a Division III school in Wisconsin. There's talent everywhere. You just got to make sure you seek out and find it. Look at all these legendary HBCU players that were taken. These are guys that obviously were not on many teams' radars, but Bill Nunn, rest his soul, he will be inducted tomorrow, and I can't wait for that. Make sure you have it taped on your DVR. He was one of those people very early on that scouted out these HBCUs and showed, hey, there's talent everywhere. You just got to make sure you put them in the right position to succeed. And, this could be the case here. I do like the selection of Davis Mills by the Texans here. It shows that there is a question that could happen because I think for whatever happens with Deshaun Watson, I don't see him with the Texans come the start of the season. I just can't. What about you, Joseph? What do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Do you think he's going to be a Texan?
I think that, they haven't, addressed it. And I think their way of addressing that issue is by drafting a quarterback. It's almost like they don't want to speak on it, but their actions are speaking on their behalf.
Simple as that.
But the irony of Deshaun Watson was, according to the draft analysts, there were still certain teams that were inquiring about him.
Yeah, of course, because they know this stuff's BS. Like as my mom said earlier, all this. He's a darling, and all of a sudden he wants to leave, and then all of a sudden this stuff happens. And then not only that,
a lot of them, a lot of them, didn't a lot of them settle or something? Did a lot of them just drop charges?
Story broken as any 62 here. Ashley Solis was operating against the orders that were put out by the Texas governor to close.
Oh.
Okay.
Abbott, jeez.
Abbott had given that order on the 19th of March. She claims she met with or went wherever he went to with Watson on the 30th. And there is nothing. The law was very clear about shutting down massage businesses. It didn't say it couldn't be in a parlor. It didn't matter. They just said you don't do it. That's a big issue because it calls into question, like everything else, with its integrity. And then apparently her license was suspended. So there's a lot of problems of that point to, and then there's a couple of other of the accusers apparently knew they were in it for the money and said so, and then they went back to see Watson again and again and again, and there's proof of that.
Strange. It's something that people my age would call sus. Very suspect.
Yeah. So it's not the NFL needs to protect its players from this sort of thing. It just does. Oh, Sean says super sticker. Thank you, Sean, very much. Thank you. How you doing?
Thanks, Sean. Do you think Cal McNair could be behind this? Do you think Cal McNair might? Do you think Cal McNair?
Huh?
Do you think Cal McNair could be behind this?
Count what?
Do you think Cal McNair or like the Texans organization could be behind all the stuff that's been going on with
the one thing, the person that's behind it is a person in our face is Tony Busby. Tony Busby has an agenda. He probably cooked this up himself and then went to the Texans with the idea, and it wouldn't surprise me. This is a guy who ran for mayor against Sylvester Turner, used a very racist photograph of Turner and had it doctored. I think he was going to beat him in 2019. It backfired. This is a guy he had one of his clients hire him. Then the client fired him. So he turned around and sued the client. Another client he had over his house, who he then blamed destroying one of his very expensive paintings when she was drunk.
Oh.
I mean, it's just, you look at all the stuff that he's done, and yet the guy, he's one of these people that he rolls the dice, and more often than not, the dice come up in his favor. So as a result, he's very, very rich.
Also, I look on his Wikipedia page here. It says this article may have been credited or edited in return for undisclosed payments, a violation of Wikipedia's terms of use. It may require cleanup to comply with Wikipedia's content policies.
That's breaking news. That's a vlog right there.
This is from June 2020. This is from last year, and it's still like, wow. It literally says right here. It literally says, though on Wikipedia page, go search Tony Busby. It says this article may have been created or edited in return for undisclosed payments. It says it right here. This happened 10 months ago and still has not been changed. This is a pretty big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Is breaking the law.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what law it's breaking, but it's not so much breaking the law because there's no law against doing that. It's just disclosed, okay? If you have a term of service on a website, it's not recognized. Like a term of service can be anything, but it doesn't mean that it's legally recognized, okay? That's just, we have a term of service for what we do. Oakland News now has its own term of service, right? That's our rules, but it doesn't mean that if somebody breaks them, I can send them to the Hooskow, okay? But having said all that, this kind of news is just one more example of the integrity issue. There was another where Tony Busby had 400 clients, and apparently, according to one of the clients that was involved, that client wasn't really a client. The client had no idea how their name got involved. I mean, this stuff is all over the place. You can quite literally write a movie around Tony Busby, and he'd love it. I mean, he's the kind of guy who he had a tank. He bought a tank for $800,000. He parked the tank in front of his house.
I never trust anyone with that kind of a smile on his like that kind of weird smile. It's like that weird sort of like, like it's like he's like this, like it just looks kind of creepy for some reason.
Well,
It is creepy, and I would leave him alone. I wouldn't bother.
No, well, Tony Busby is the kind of guy that he loves the attention, and not only, well, actually, no, he loves Mom. He knows about my vlogs, and he loves it. I mean, I know that for a fact.
So should I do it, or do you think that would just validate him? Like, what should I do?
Just move along. I just think that, I mean, it's just one more thing. But the whole point is Tony Busby loves when vloggers talk about it, because he does. He actually pays some people. Okay, so he loves the buzz.
It makes sense. It's in his name.
No, I'll tell you what I like about Tony Busby. He is not afraid to take a risk. Okay,
that's good.
He's not afraid to take a risk, and that's what makes the country go. And you can either say I'm afraid and I'm not going to do anything. Well, but he is not afraid to take risks. Okay. Now, does that mean the simple fact that we're talking about him underscores my point? This has nothing to do with Deshaun Watson. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's the point. And see, as a number of people have pointed out, Tony Busby has made it so much about him that it actually makes Deshaun Watson look really, really good. And then not only that, there's that video about Tony Busby getting a lap dance from exotic dancers on the TMZ. That's all over. And Snoop Dogg is in front. Okay? And he paid for all that. So it's like, wow. Anyway, let's So my Phoenix Suns are about to be the best team in the West. Okay.
Oh yeah, the Suns. They're beating the Jazz right now. The Suns are legit. The Suns are legit. However, keep this also in mind too. I think the Suns have a legitimate chance of being the number 1 seed, but at the same time, listen, Chris Paul. Like, imagine if the Suns make it to the NBA Finals. Like, all those 10 straight years just being terrible, and get Chris Paul. He's there to help Devin Booker mature, and man, what that would be a dream come true. Also, LeBron James is finally back for the Lakers.
Yeah,
it's going to be
back.
very.
So, all of them. Is Cleveland on Eastern time or Central?
Cleveland, I think it's Eastern.
It's Eastern time.
Is Cleveland on? Oh, you guys froze.
Eastern.
Okay. Yeah, they're asleep then. I was trying to get these guys on. The Kardashian curse is lifted.
The Kardashian curse is finally lifted.
I'll take it. LA Lakers.
Los Angeles, formerly the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yeah. Hey, so tomorrow for the NFL draft, we have, I believe we get started at 1 o'clock. Let me double check that. Let's see here. NFL Player Selection Committee. Mac Jones says he's super competitive. He wants to be a great teammate here. Interesting.
They have him, but could we be seeing Mac Jones on the field sooner rather than later, Thomas?
That's a really good question. Here's what I do know.
Everybody wants the cat out of town. Cam, that's interesting.
Quarterback Mac Jones at 15 and not have to move up and give away trade compensation was great, of course, for the Patriots. They have a situation. They know this type of player really well. They've been around Tom Brady for many years. This player fits their system. There's no question about it. I'm really excited for
Thomas Dimitroff.
Work with him, of course. Working with him now is really important. This guy, I can see being the quarterback of the future with the Patriots.
Hey, do you know what? The Falcons did not take a quarterback.
Yeah,
they did not. A lot of talks. Well, they signed A.J. McCarron.
Oh, that's backup, but they didn't take a.
I know.
Yeah, that's Let's see here.
And I think we could
Trying to see.
I don't suspect too, because the reason why I don't think we'll see him too early this season is because a shortened offseason is extremely complex. And yes, he's a guy that fits that system. Comparing him to Tom Brady, that's tough for a young guy coming in. So I'm trusting Bill Belichick, but at the same time, Cam Newton has played in this offense a year. He does bring a lot of athleticism to the table. We know that about Cam. And beyond that, they've added a ton of weapons around. So whatever Cam Newton does have in the
NFL
tank,
draft.
you will get to see it on full display. And if he has played
Saturday
halfway to his potential that we see midway forward in MVP season, he is a guy.
Saturdays at noon Eastern.
We don't see Mac Jones for a little bit.
Yeah, Saturdays at noon Eastern.
Remember that right after he was drafted.
So actually,
Pacific?
Yeah, we've got double duty because at 1 o'clock, I'll have to figure out a way to do this, but at 1 o'clock, Z62 Media is also press at the California Democratic Convention. And the general session starts at 10 o'clock, which is 1 o'clock. So I'll figure out how to parse that. I might have two screens going at once. I don't know. But
double screen like that.
Yeah, double screen.
When does the California Democratic Convention end? By the way,
Sunday. It starts. It started yesterday and it went through today, but the meat of it really gets started with a general session on Saturday and on Sunday. Yeah. So, and it's also virtual. So it's not like when you're there, you see all these people walking around. And you can get an interview with, Rob Bonta, who's now our Attorney General, who I know, that sort of thing. It's a different feeling, So, but I'm just honored that the company was credentialed to cover it, and so I'm going to do the best I can. And that's what's going on with media today. Here's tip. That's funny. You've got Zach Wilson, the guy that's going to be what, the sixth? Did somebody say the 6-time Pro Bowler? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, their best pick in the first round was Elijah Vera Tucker.
Hey, so let's talk in the backstage, folks. Want to close this out? Any
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, everyone watching.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph.
Glad I was able to come on for a little bit, and
yeah, we just split.
Yeah, always good to have you on. It's also always good to see you healthy, which is a breath of fresh air, I might say.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Still gotta work out some things, but hey, I'm alive.
At least you're here, and that's what matters.
Yeah,
exactly. Folks, we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing to Zenny62 and bookmark OaklandNewsNow.com. We'll be back in the backstage, but that ends this broadcast. We've been on for 3 hours, 40 minutes, and 27, 8, 28, 29,
31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Never stops counting. All right. Sean says, you're great people. Thank you.
Thanks. And you're a great person too, Sean. Always great to have you aboard.
That's right. Okay.